pretty sure it's community day. We've got a whole bunch of little swaddles, swadoodle-oodles popping up. Typical Melbourne weather in good timing. Beautiful, well, not a beautiful day yesterday. It was a beautiful day on Thursday. It was a fairly decent day yesterday, and it's going to be a fairly decent day tomorrow. But of course, it's raining today, isn't it? Not at the moment, but it was raining on my way down. So they did predict a 100% chance of rain at like 3 o'clock. So nice. It looks like I'm going to get rained on again today just to catch some silly, useless new shiny. But other than that, I'm pretty sure this thing isn't really useful in any way, shape, or form. But anyway, how are we all doing? Shinies? Are we in a mood? In a mood for some groovy Pokemon? And is it just me, or is my stream very low quality at the moment? It's low quality for me. Is it low quality for you guys? Jesus, that is terrible quality. Is it because I'm sitting in the car? Might be because I'm sitting in the car. Let me know if the stream is terrible quality at this particular point in time. And go away. And it's either that I'm sitting in the car, or it's because it's crappy weather. One or the other. Or it could just be Australian weather. It's Australian weather. Australian internet. Oh my god, they need to make it that these things are easier to... Thank you. Why is it always the way when you're trying to click on something, you end up clicking on something completely different? Anyway, all right, let's get out of the car just so I know that the stream is hopefully running a bit better. Like I said, let me know if the stream quality is a bit down. Not that there's really anything I can do about that, but we'll see how we go. I really should tie my hair. Oh my god, hair in my face already. Cool. Awesome. Drop the keys under the car. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Let's go. How you doing, Chubby? How you doing, DJ? Man, Negan. Oh my god, great. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, just stay out of my face, please. I'm trying to catch shinies. I can't catch shinies if there's hair in my face. It makes it very difficult. Alright, so we'll throw out our predictions for the start of the day. How many shinies do you think we are getting for the day? I'm going to say 27 and a half. Seems like a pretty good number. Just throwing... well, there's our first one for the day. We're 3 minutes in and we already have our first shiny of the day. So that's good. That's some goodness right there. Really should have tied my hair up. I don't know why I insist on having my hair down, because it is always windy in Melbourne. It is horrible. 19 months for memberships. Thank you. Hair, please. Hey. Could be PvP. Not that I think this is going to be good for PvP, but you know, it is what it is. Why is it that everyone and the game lags? Alright, I'm already regretting time my hair. Weather boost, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like I said, it's not like these things are useful for anything, so I'm not going to be bothering catching them all day, so it doesn't matter. It's just because it's rainy weather. They're grass types. But yeah, like I said, I'm predicting 27 and a half shinies for the day. What are we all feeling? How many shinies? How many shinies? Come to say hi, going for a Galarian hunt. All good. I am not really going to bother with these Galarian birds. I don't really care about them that much, to be perfectly honest. It's just like, they'll be in raids, so I'm not in a big rush to go out and get them. So It's no biggie to me. And keep in mind, supposedly they can actually run as well. Somebody was reporting online, grass and bug, yes. Oh, sorry, and it's boosted for bug type, not grass type, because grass type is boosted by sunny weather. Bug types are boosted by rainy weather, so that's why they'll be boosted right now. Second shiny. Yeah, supposedly the shiny Galarian birds can actually run. So I don't know if it was a glitch, but somebody was reporting on Twitter that there's ran from them. Hopefully you'll get you will, dude. It's com day. I'm 6 minutes in and I've already got 2. So that should be pretty good evidence that you will end up with a shiny today. And that shows you how little of these I've actually caught. I have 65 candies. That's it. How you doing, Josh? So you reckon 24? Becky says 28 shinies. Dude, 28 is just half a shiny, but I predicted, alright? That's not cool. That. Oh yeah, speaking of, I should actually be putting incense and all that sort of stuff on, shouldn't I? There we go. Little puppies.
Alfred Miller.
There we go, number 3. Alright, so far, we are doing pretty well. 7 minutes in, 3 shinies. At this rate, it looks like we're going to end up with like 47 shinies. That's 27 more shiny, more than I need. Just so I can actually stock up on some Poogie Balls. So I'm running a little bit low, so while we're alright, we can get rid of 20 of these. I need 1 items over, god damn it. Okay, we'll get rid of a bunch of these too. Alright, that pretty much does it. We can spin a few stops. What do I give candy to? What do I give candy to? Where is it? Too many Pokemon with Char. Where is it? I really should have taken care of all this stuff before I started. There it is. But honestly, given that this Pokemon is not really the greatest in the world, I wasn't really enthusiastic for today's com day. I was like, did a thumbnail last night and that was it. I was like, that'll do. Woke up this morning, sat around until like 1:30, and then was like, I should actually get ready. And then came down to do com day. So yeah, just not as enthused. I mean, com days in general just don't have the same enthusiasm that I used to have for them, just because how many com days would this be now? Easily we're up to like 60 or 70 com days that we've done in total. Yeah, after that many com days and that many different shinies that we've collected, and the fact that this is just not the greatest Pokemon in the world, the enthusiasm just isn't there. But I think the enthusiasm for the game in general just isn't there like it used to be, because it's just like, been there, done that. Yeah, I think they need to rework the com days a little bit and add a little bit something to them, just to refresh them a little bit, because just the same format for years on end now has just gotten to the point where it's like, they're just not interesting anymore. Even with the addition of the
research that we have. And again, another research. This has been the last 3 research in a row where we haven't really had anything from the professor either. So it shows how much Niantic cares about the research these days as well. They're not even bothering about putting any storyline to it. It's just like, here's the research, do it, we don't care. So 5 nice throws, 15 Sewaddles, and power up a Pokemon 10 times. Great. So let's waste some more Stardust on something that we don't want. How you doing, Raider? Not a million shinies. We do have over 3,000 shinies, so in total we have 3,360 shinies. So close to a million. This day easily going to skip. You're just gonna nab 1 shiny and that's it. Yeah, like I said, you should try to at least get 3, because then you've got the full collection. But honestly, I've been going for 10 minutes and I already have 3. So if I really wanted to, I could be like, I'm done. I have 3 shiny, I'm done. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. The com days just aren't as interesting as they used to be. Like, com days used to be, like, not every single one of them, but we've had a lot of really interesting Pokemon. It just seems like they're choosing garbage to fill out com days because they don't really want them anymore. They're putting very little effort into the game, which just feels like they're really trying to push people away from the game. They're milking it for everything that they possibly can while it's in its, death throes sort of thing, but they're putting minimal effort in just because, yeah, they're trying to push people away, but they're trying to make as much money off those people until they push everybody away from the game, and they can be like, cool, we can wipe our hands of this game and continue doing our AR technology, which we really want to do. That's just my opinion, my theory when it comes to Niantic. They're done with this game. They really can't be bothered developing in it anymore. They don't like the community. Because we've never liked them. Oh, we almost got the Shundo, guys. An almost Shundo. So close. Could you imagine? I'm sitting here criticizing the game and it's just like, hey, but here's a Shundo. Please like me. The almost Shundo. Why would I dance for an almost Shundo? Still no back-to-back shinies, so 13 minutes in. What is going on, game? Oh, that's right. I actually need to spin Pokestops. And I actually should be catching some of these because I do actually need to catch them to do the researching. Probably something I should be concentrating on. I actually like it when they don't put the thing from the professor into the game because it's like, then I don't have to bother reading stuff on stream, which I don't really like doing, especially when it's the professor, because he's always just talking jargon. Hey, Coupon King, how you doing, man? Welcome in. How we doing today? Oh my god, it's just bloody hair. Will you stare out of my face? Women with long hair, how do you deal with it? It's still something I'm trying to get used to. Always having hair in my face. It is so annoying. Go outside when there's even just a slight breeze, because it's not really even that windy right now. But a slight breeze, all hair in face. Frustrating. Bonuses are bad for Com Day. What, just this one or in general? Little shinies. So yeah, I said 27 shinies. 27 and a half. Given that we've already got like 4 or 5 of them, somehow I think we might end up with more than that. Yeah, like I said before, I think one of the things that they need to do is just do a refresher on Com Days, because they sort of did that when they added the research, because they knew that Com Days were just getting a bit boring, so they added the research element to it, so there was a little something else to do. But I think they need to do another refresh of Com Days and pump a little bit of life back into them, make them a little bit more interesting, especially for the long-term players, you know, people that have been here since the beginning, basically, that have done most, if not all, of the Com Days. Yeah, just adding a new element to them. They tried to do that again with the raids that they introduced after the Com Days, but nobody really does them, just because it's like, once Com Days finish, people are done with Com Day. They don't want to sit around waiting for another half an hour to an hour for those eggs to hatch to do a raid that just produces more Pokemon that they were just hunting for like 3 prior hours. 3 hours prior, however you want to say it. So yeah, there's just, they've added things, but the execution just hasn't been great. So I don't know. I feel like there's something else that they could add to the game just to make it a little bit more interesting for Com Days, just to draw people back to them and make them a little bit more enthusiastic about going out. Because once you've caught shinies, you know, once you've got over 3,000 of them, sort of thing, they just lose their interest. Like, they're just not as interesting as they used to be. You can only catch so many shinies, and then you're just like, oh my god, these are really being annoying. Every single one of these that I'm trying to catch is just breaking out, which is giving me the shits. What's the best Pokemon in Pokemon Go? It depends on what you want it for. You wouldn't say that there's any one best one, because it just depends on what you want it and what you need it for. Different things excel at different things. Like that in the main series and all that sort of stuff as well. There's no one best thing out of everything else. It really depends on what you want it for and what you're going to use it and stuff like that. What's my best favorite then? Well, Charizard's always my favorite Pokemon, like always will be. So Charizard, because I'm basic and I like myself a dragon. That is not even a research task that we want. All of a sudden, I'm not getting... We started off really well, and now we're not getting anything. What's going on, game? I stand here criticizing the game. I put a scarf on today thinking that... because it was raining badly when I left home. I was like, I should take that. Now that I've got it on, it's really not that cold. It is like 16, 17 degrees, so it's not too bad. What do I still need to do on this under research? Catch one more and then power up a Pokemon 10 times. This is going to be an issue all day. This is why I'm not going to bother catching most, because it's not even something that's useful, but every single one, because they're weather boosted on top of it being a Com Day Pokemon, is just going to be irritating to catch. I don't know how people deal with it actually catching Pokemon in this game. It drives me up the wall. I don't have the patience for it. It's my ADHD brain that's just like, no, it doesn't provide you enough dopamine to sit there and throw multiple balls at the same Pokemon. Just keep moving. Power up, okay. What are we going to power up? Let's... 4-star. CP. Let's do something small, so it's not going to cost me a whole bunch of... God, hair, would you just... Why? Why do you insist on being a nuisance? Let's just do... Phoebus, that'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Okay, dookie. No worries, chubby. Have a good one, dude. See, now the sun's trying to come out, so it's just like, oh, now my screen is really glary. Overcast weather and then sun create incredibly diffuse lighting, which just makes it very difficult to see. First research one is terrible, like usual. Something small that won't cost spends 30,000. Hey dude, it's a hundo, Phoebus. It's worth spending it. I do have a shundo Melotic. But it's like, it was the lowest thing there that I would want to spend Stardust on. Everything else was like, nah. So shush, leave me. It's my Stardust, I'll spend it on what I want, alright? Don't you tell me how to spend my Stardust. I know, I should be saving up for a house and all, but no. I'm actually surprised, given that just being impulsive and spending money, and in this case Stardust, is a very like neurodivergent thing. You know, you get money, you spend money. I don't. I'm like the complete opposite. It's like if I get money, I'm like, I gotta save this. Same with Stardust. It's like, I gotta save this. I gotta save up for a house or something like that. I was very impulsive with my stuff back in the day, like my money and stuff. I've learnt to hoard it. I've become a hoarder when it comes to stuff like that. You know what? I don't care. I don't want you anyway. I do want the incense spawn though, because it's going to be a shiny, but I'm not going to be able to click on it before it goes. Your phone just died. Well, that's unfortunate. How are you going to shiny hunt on a dead phone, dude? What's going on? We started off like really well when it came to the shinies. Now for like the last 15 minutes we've got nothing. So yeah, we are sitting on 4 shinies already, but they happened in like the first 10 minutes. What's going on? Where are my shinies? Alright, so we can actually go on to this next stage of the research now as well. See, I just got another 3,000 Stardust back from... So it's not too much of an issue. I mean, most of the stuff that I would want to spend the Stardust on, like the big things that I've got, they are going to cost a lot of Stardust. And I've powered up most of the ones that I want to anyway, so that's why I go for those smaller things. You're an Ultra Ball member. You are. Ultra Ball members are people that have been member for over 6 months, I think. Next is the Master Ball, and that's for a year. And then after that, it's the shiny charm, and the shiny charm is for people that have been members for, I don't know, I think it's 2 years or something like that. If I do not get a shiny from this cluster, I am ending the stream and I'm going home to cry. And eat tacos. Crying while eating tacos. Sergio, are you asking what am I doing? I am hunting shiny Pokemon. What does it look like I'm doing? Alright, transfer 10, catch 15, yes. Let me see on my screen so I couldn't see the 5. Catch 15 and evolve 3 Sewaddles. So yeah, we're just out doing some shiny hunting for the day. We're already half an hour in, so 2.5 hours more of shiny hunting for the day. So far, weather is holding up. That's what I want to see. I don't want to get rained on. And I am so sick of these things already. My God, I am wasting so many Pokeballs. I don't think there's been a single one that I've thrown a ball at that has stayed first ball at this point. Every single one has broken out. Hey, there we go. We actually caught one first. As soon as you say it, the game's just like, shh. We're not actually doing it. But I swear it is. Hey Joshua, how you doing, man? The quicker I can get through this research, the quicker I can stop catching these things. It's going alright so far. We're up to 4 shinies. We got 4 shinies in like the first 10 minutes, and then since then it's been a little bit quiet, so we're just taking it slow. Making the most of what we can out of the day, given that it's not the greatest featured thing in the game for the week ever. Probably one of the weakest com days that we've had in a while, and that's saying a lot given that we've had a lot of weak com days recently. You got no more shiny vibes? You could always remember us. Links in the description, guys. You want them emojis. Well, that's disappointing. Not a single shiny out of that bunch. And I'm taking this. Can you see what the shiny looks like? It's not the greatest shiny in the world. It's fairly similar to the normal one. That is the shiny. It's crazy how it's still the 4th for you. Wait, 4th shiny or the... I was going to say... Oh yeah, no. It is the... That's how time zones work, dude. Being in Australia... We're always ahead in time zones. Unless you live in New Zealand, then they're ahead in the time zones. The date line starts like just before New Zealand and Australia. There's like a few islands that are like the first ones to change, and then yeah, New Zealand, Australia. So we're always first when it comes to events and stuff, which is a blessing and a curse. Like, it's good because I get to stream this stuff for you guys, and it's fairly new. Like, back when the game was really new and everybody was interested in seeing what was going to happen during events, it was actually really beneficial to have the events first. Hey, thank you for the donation, Malachi. I almost said Michaela. Malachi, thanks, dude. Yeah, it was really beneficial to have the events first, just because you'd get a lot of views because people wanted to see what's going on. But given that most events are just rinse and repeat these days, it's just not as interesting because everybody knows what's going to happen during a comm day. So there's just not as much of a draw as there used to be. But the curse side of it is the fact that back when the game was a lot newer, every single comm day would have issues here in Australia. So our comm days would be broken, and then they'd be fixed for everybody else in the world, because Niantic would use us as guinea pigs just to make sure that everything was going to work properly. And it never did. Come on, where are my bloody shinies? Come on, game, what are you doing? Where are my shinies, man? It's one of those weird spring days where it looks cold, and it was cold before, but now that I'm walking around doing stuff, I'm actually getting warm, and I feel like I gotta take my jumper off. But as soon as I do take my jumper off, it'll start raining again, and the jumper will be in the car, and I'll just have to get rained off. What do I do, guys? Predicaments. What do you think I should do? Even something like that. Yeah, for some reason they just never do it anymore. Main reason is probably because they've run out of stuff. Like, we've had Ghastly and like Litwick. What are some other ghost type Pokemon that we've had for comm days? I can't remember. I don't think they feel like good times. It's a bit laggy. Yeah, the stream crashed because it doesn't tell you. The stream just crashes, and I'm just getting so sick of it happening. It happens all the time. The YouTube app is so dumb. It needs to give you more notification that it's crashed, sort of thing, like have a little pop-up popping up on the screen or something like that, just like, hey, your stream has crashed. Because I'm paying attention to the bottom of the screen, the Pokemon, and I'm looking at the chat. How you doing, nature person? Welcome in. So yeah, the only indication that the stream has crashed for me is when the actual head bubble thing disappears, and a lot of the time I don't even notice that because I'm not paying attention to it. Because I'm not like looking at myself while I'm streaming. Like I said, I'm looking at the screen, looking at the Pokemon, and looking at the chat. So it isn't until you guys mention it in chat a lot of the time. So yeah, I'm just here talking to myself, going on about how Niantic has broken the game and blah 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 blah, and wasn't until I realized that nobody was actually listening to me. It's just normal. You guys aren't listening to me anytime. It's usually just rambling on. How you doing, Ara? My God, what has happened to all the... We started off so strong when it came to shinies, and then all of a sudden, there's just been nothing for like the last half an hour. What is going on? Where are these stupid shinies? This is why I came out, Niantic. I didn't just come out to walk around looking at these things. I want some shinies. Alright, so we need to catch 6 more of these things, unfortunately. How did that not hit? I swear, if one of these is not a shiny, I'm going to throw a Diddy party. This is why I'm not catching these things. My God. These have been so irritating so far today. There's been like one or two that I can remember that have actually stayed the first ball. Every single other one of these things has just broken out. It's like, Niantic, people don't want this sort of annoyance while they're playing the game. Nope, still no shinies. No shinies, bad catching, bad Pokemon. The weather's crappy. It's just going to be one of them days, guys. I apologize if I sound shitty. It's hard to be enthusiastic when the game is just being stupid. Like, honestly, it's one of those days where I'm sort of just like, is it finished yet? Can I go home now? See? Doesn't matter how green the circle is, every single one. This is frustrating. Every single one. As soon as I can catch stopping these, stop catching these. So this is how backwards I am. My brain is just like, nah, not working today. Like, even if I was to get a hundo of these things, I'd just be like, why? Why do I need a hundo? All right, let's get these evolutions done. Let's see what we've got that's actually worth evolving. All right, that'll do. It's more of a dex entry than anything else. And I do have the shiny that I caught before, which I will evolve, because that one was definitely the best one. Alright, that'll do. Don't care, just evolve it. I'm actually going to have to catch more of these as well, because how much candy do I actually have for this thing? Alright, no, okay, cool. I do have enough to get at least one full evolution done. May as well check the rest of them while we're here as well. No, maybe I should have evolved that one instead. Oh well, doesn't matter. Maybe I should have actually checked the rest of them before I just did junk evolves. Doesn't matter. Like I said, it's not useful for anything, so... Surprisingly enough, there is actually some decent ones in here. Out of the few that I have caught for the day. I suppose they are weather boosted, so the stats are more likely to be actually half decent. Got an evil Swaddloon. It does look like a zombie. Zombie Swaddloon. And transfer 10. That we can do. Alright, you can go 1, 2, actually, look at that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Still nothing decent from research either. Iggies. Iggies. And we do have, we may as well chuck on some other ones now as well, since we've got Super incubators or normal incubators? Normal incubators, I do. Nice. Alright. Come on, we have to get at least one more shiny before the end of this first hour. We started so well. And then it's just like they turn the shiny off. Because since then, I've gotten garbage. Absolutely nothing. And I can never get research shinies. Ever. Ever do I get research shinies. They always seem to have really bad IVs as well. I don't know what it is. It's just like the game's just decided that... Finally! Took your bloody time. Shiny. Number 5 for the day. That was a struggle to get that one. Now let's see. Can we actually get any more? Or are we going to have another half an hour lull in between shinies? Alright, our next stage of the quest. Catch another 15 of these things. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Can't we just be done with it already? Catch 15, make 3 great curveball throws, and evolve a Sewaddle. Alright, let's just do it. Let's get it done. At least it's not 3 great throws in a row, sort of thing. Not that it's difficult to do, it's just that every time you seem to pick up a quest like that, the Pokemon become twice as aggressive as they usually are. It's like the game knows that you're trying to hit them, so it's just like, nope, we're going to make this as hard as we possibly can. I know it's probably just my imagination, but I don't know. How was that? How was that not a great throw? We need some of that, like the vision, like they have in the tennis, that shows you where exactly the ball hit on the Pokemon. Because sometimes I swear that you're within the lines, but no. I think that's a feature that they need to add to the game. Shot cam. Come on, we need some shot cam. Especially when it comes to like excellent throws. Like I guarantee there's been throws that I've had that have been like, that should have been an excellent throw, but no. No, the game just wants to not give it to you because it wants to make it hard for you. Oh my god, dude, chill. So how many? You know what? I don't want to be your friend. Leave me alone. You're gonna be like that. Alright, these things are really starting to piss me off. Like, even starter Pokemon during a comm day aren't this aggressive. These things have just been ridiculous when it comes to breaking out. So as I was gonna say, before I was rudely interrupted by pains in the ass Pokemon, yeah, we've got 10 minutes left of this first hour. Do you think we can get another shiny or two? How many? 5, dude. We have 5 shinies because the game is being very, very mean. No, as I said, it started off really well. We had 4 shinies in the first 10 minutes, and then since then we've had 1. There we go. We got another one. Maybe that's the way, guys. You just got to keep complaining. The more you complain, the more the game actually gives you shinies. And there's the seat, so I'm sitting down for a second. The luck is so bad. It's luck of the draw. Oh, that's another actually really good shiny. That's the second almost Shundo that we've gotten for the day. Just in general, comm days can be very up and down. Some hours seem to be like you'll get, 10 to 15 in that hour. Next hour you'll get 1. It is just luck of the draw, but today just seems to be extra bad. It's probably just me, but it just feels like the game is being a jerk. Alright, one more of them, then we can evolve our Sewaddle, and we are done with our research for the day. So you will do, I will save my normal Pokeballs, because I need them for shinies. Because we only catch shinies in normal Pokeballs, so we've always got to make sure that we have at least 10 of them, just in case we come across a shiny, especially along this side of the track when we don't have any Pokestops to spin. And you are not shiny. Alright, let's evolve. Sewaddle, this one will do. This will be a shiny Dex entry, guys. Oh my god, look at it, it's amazing. So different from its original one. Wow. Yep. What an absolutely shitful shiny line. The only one that is even like half decent is Sewaddle. The rest of them are just terrible. What a horrible shiny. Anyway. I really hate it when they do that. Shinies should be very active from their original ones, but there's just so many in the game where they just seem like they don't even bother putting any effort into designing the shiny. And then you see some of the fan-made shinies, and you're like, that looks really good. They should have gone with a color scheme like that, but instead they went with something like that, which just looks exactly the same as the normal one. So it's like, great. Good work. I would blame Niantic, but that's a Game Freak thing. Game Freak, Pokemon Company, the same. They're both to blame. Yeah, there's just so many average shinies in the game. You're not able to get a Hundo, a Zacian. How many raids have you done? Because remember, hundos aren't guaranteed. It's just luck of the draw type of thing. And honestly, at this point of the game, dude, I wouldn't be wasting my money on trying to get hundos for something in a game that's not going to be around for too much longer. Like, there are better uses for your money. It's probably why I'm never going to get sponsored by because I'm too busy telling customers to spend money on other things other than the game. It's like, shouldn't I be telling people to do the opposite? Shouldn't I be telling people to, no, spend all the money that you can on the game? But no, at this point, I wouldn't waste your money on it, dude. But again, people can spend their money on whatever they want. Personally, I wouldn't go out of my way. If you get the hundo, cool. Like you just got lucky with it, but yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way spending exorbitant amounts of money on trying to get something that, I mean, even if you get one, it has to live in this game forever because you can't transfer it to Pokemon Home and it still be a hundo, I think. I think the stats get re-rolled when you transfer them into Pokemon Home, just like they do when you trade them to somebody. So once the service gets shut down for this game, which will happen at some point, it's just lost forever. So all that money that you spent trying to get that hundo was really for naught. Like, it really means nothing at the end of the day. So yeah, I wouldn't put too much money into it. Again, it's just personal. As I said, people can spend as much money on them as they want. It's your money. You do what you want to do. You know, you do what's going to make you happy, entertained, all of that sort of stuff. What, 4 minutes? I can get one more shiny. 4 minutes left until the first hour is complete, guys. Only 2 more hours of hunting this very average Comday shiny. How you doing, second Joshua? Wait, were you Josh A or Josh B? Which one did I designate to you again? I don't know. Didn't I tell you guys to figure it out? I am getting so sick of this happening as well. You got all this space, and for some reason, the incense spawns are always on top. Why do you spawn incense spawns on top of other Pokemon? See, hey, there we go. We got it, guys. We got another shiny before the end of the first hour. My whole life isn't ruined now. You don't know, you forgot, yes. You'll have to change your YouTube names just to reflect which Joshua you are. Alright, we've still got 3 minutes left. Can we get another shiny? For a second, I actually thought that was a shiny. For that brief second when they first pop up on the screen, because their colours are a little bit off, because of the white flash, sometimes they do look shiny. Alright, I'm almost back at the car as well, so when I do get back to the car, I'm going to stop, get a drink of water, remove this jumper, tie my hair up, which are things that I should have done before I started walking. At least tying the hair up thing. I knew, it was like when I got down here, I was like, I should either have my hood on, because then my hood keeps my hair out of my face. But it's too hot, like too warm to have my hood on, so yeah, I'll have to tie it up. I like how James just comes into the chat and just ignores me completely and just starts talking to other people. It's pretty cool. It's like I never get hellos. You just come straight in and just start saying hello to Negan, and apparently nobody else matters. Again, how did that miss? No, I don't have a cap on today. So, surprisingly enough, I was. I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, I could wear a hat today. That way I don't have to tie my hair up. But then I was like, I probably do have to tie my hair up and then wear a hat, just because that looks messy if I don't. The life. Alright, it is 3 p.m, so unfortunately we didn't get another shiny, but you watch, one of these is going to be a shiny. If not, I'm going to yeet my phone into the river next to me. So if suddenly you start seeing fish, and then, oh, there we go. Apparently phone is not going to get yeeted into the river now. What I was going to say is, if you guys see fish and then the stream suddenly cuts out, you know that I just yeeted my phone into the river. How you doing, Elijah? So I think that is shiny number 6 for the day. If my correction, if my corrections are counted properly, if my count is correct. That is not what I wanted to click on. Game, will you just click on the thing? Thank you. But you wouldn't have seen it. All you would have seen is fish, and then the stream would have ended. Who knows? Maybe you would have seen a platypus too. I don't know. Pretty sure there's yeah, there's a sign right there. That, as I say it, there's like a sign right there. It's all about platypus. So I'm assuming that there is platypus in the river. Platypussies. Just wanted to say hi, good luck. Thank you, Elisha. Yeah, so shiny wise, we are up to no. Okay, so we've got 2 more shinies than I thought we had. We have 8 shinies from basically the first hour, so that's not too bad. But yes, I am back at the car, so like I said, I am going to strip off slightly. So give me a second, guys. I need water to begin with. All right, water. Removing of the jumper. And now I gotta tie my hair up. Well, that cloud that's coming looks pretty grey, and like I said, I guarantee you, now that I've removed my jumper, it's gonna start raining straight away. Some yellow hair, get out of my face.
these little frizzies on top of my head which do not stay with the rest of my hair. It's so annoying. Alright, that'll do. That'll do. Alright, that's going to make it a bit easier on me now that I don't have hair blowing in my face every 2 seconds. Another quick get back out into the hunt. The hunt for some runs. Let's finish this while we're here as well, waiting. Still no shiny from research. Fantastic. Half decent IVs. They can kill, yeah, pretty sure a claw has poison. That's just the males. The males do have poison in their claws, but it's not going to kill you. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's that potent poison. Of poison. The hunt for those grunts. Yep. New. So yeah, that is the. Like I said, if we're gonna look at them, look at the difference between the shiny and the normal one. It's so disappointing. It's just one of those sunburnt shinies again. I really wish that would stop doing this. I mean, it's already been done. This is for like, you know, previous generations. So, but yeah, it's just so disappointing. There are so many shinies that are like that, but it's just like, did you even try to do the shiny? You just. Oh wait, that wasn't even my Pokédex. One of these. Okay, I thought it was a shiny Pokédex that I had before. I wasn't even paying attention. I have actually evolved one of these. And wait, is Shadow Claw? Did they give it Shadow Claw? I was going to say Leaf Blade. It's already got Leaf Blade. Let's have a look. Yes. Okay, Fast Attack Shadow Claw. Great. I don't know how that makes it useful for anything, but great. Because, wait, Shadow Claw... I'm just trying to think. Against counters, it's going to be good against Psychic types. But Bug types are already good against Psychic type Pokemon, so... I can't see how Shadow Claw is actually going to make it useful in any way, shape, or form. How you doing, Impossible? So yeah, all round, this Com Day has been very meh. The Pokemon, the weather, the move that it gets, the shiny. What else can we complain about this Com Day? How you doing, Harsh? Yeah, it's just hasn't been a great Com Day. Hopefully, because this one's been average, next Com Day, which is actually our last proper Com Day for the year, being November, is actually going to be good. But given that we've also got the wild area event next month, I have a feeling that all the effort is going to go into that, and we're going to get a really average Com Day for next month as well. And that probably means that we're not going to get another decent Com Day until like January next year, which will probably be one of the starters, one of the Galarian starters. So yeah, it'll probably be like Grookey, given that they always start with the grass type, because it's the first one in the decks for the new generations. So yeah, it looks like we're going to have a pretty average run to the end of the year with Com Days. And December Com Days are usually pretty fun, because they're like the big
Com Day, Makeup Day, Com Day, or Makeup Weekend for the previous Com Days that we've had. But just in general, this year has been very average for Com Days. They might have started doing it just because of the Com Day Classics, because this year we've had like Baygon and Beldam and stuff like that in Com Day Classics. But for people which have already played those Com Days, they're not really new events, so those don't really seem like they're worth making it that we don't get a decent actual Com Day. Today's been a very complain. Seems like that's all I've done this stream, just complain. So I apologize, guys, but there's nothing else to talk about. So, how about that local sports team? They're pretty good, yeah? Or bad? Whichever one it is. Am I doing raids? No. It's Com Day, dude. You run out of Pokeballs, well, best you spin some stops. Or open some gifts. If you've got gifts just sitting there waiting to be opened, that's another good way to get Pokeballs if you need. Oh yeah, and I suppose I should take next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I will be at PAX in Melbourne. So next weekend is actually Mega thingy Marwal, that's the thing. Mega Marwal raid day. I won't be hosting because I won't be able to, because I'll be in the city at PAX, and I'm not going to spend 3 hours of my PAX hosting raids. Hey, there we go. A shiny. Yeah, because I'm going to be at PAX. It's just going to make it impossible. Well, not impossible, but just, yeah, not very feasible for me to host raids, because there's not many raids around the convention center. There's like 3 or 4 gyms. So, yeah. And I'm going to be doing PAX things. So you guys, unfortunately, will have to find another avenue for you to be hosting raids. But yeah, I think this is another thing about the game. Like, here we go with the complaining again. I think it's another thing with the game that's just burning people out. The fact that every single weekend there seems to be events. Like, very rarely do we have a weekend off these days when it comes to like events and stuff like that. And sure enough, I took my jumper off and it's starting to feel like it's... I called it. I said, as soon as I take my jumper off, I guarantee you it's going to rain again. God damn it. Yeah, so it's just getting to the point where it's like, it's too much. Like, especially if you're streaming the game. Like, it's a bit different for you guys which don't stream. But because I stream content for you guys, I feel like I'm obligated to do like every single thing. So it makes it hard to have any sort of other semblance of a life on weekends and stuff, when every single weekend seems to be one event after the other, after the other, after the other. So a little bit of a break would be nice from time to time, yeah. Louise? Sorry, man. Pokemon Z. Oh, yeah, Pokemon Z and Z8. Oh, I'm like, wait, what? Yes. Yeah, that comes out next year. I don't know, we'll see how I'm feeling when it comes out, if I'm going to stream it or not. I'm starting to, I don't know, move a bit away from Pokemon again. Hey, another shiny. Let's see if this hour can actually be better than our last hour. 4 shinies in the first 10 minutes and then none for the rest. I don't know, I was into Pokemon a lot when I was a kid, and then sort of grew out of it, and it wasn't until Pokemon Go came out that I sort of got back into it. But now that I'm starting to, like, my interest in Pokemon Go is starting to wane a little bit, so is my interest for Pokemon again. It's not that I don't like it, it's just that I feel like there's other things I would like to start focusing on a bit more. got other priorities in my life and stuff. Like both my mental and my physical health have become a big thing in my life of recent. And yeah, those are sort of taken priority over catching digital little creatures. Worst com day. I don't think it's the worst com day ever. We probably have had worse ones. Chansey and stuff like that are probably pretty high up on worst com days ever. But not far from it. That's the truth. Yeah, we've been discussing this all stream basically about how it just feels like Niantic isn't really putting the effort into these events anymore. Yeah, score bunny. So yeah, com days just, yeah, of course. Whenever I hatch something that I actually want to hatch, it's always got terrible IVs. Always. Always. So yeah, we've been sort of discussing that the whole stream, how when it comes to these type of events, it just doesn't seem like Niantic really cares anymore, so they're not really putting much effort into it. They just put a whole bunch of Pokemon names into a hat and just draw them at random. What's going to be this month's com day? Yep, alright, it's a shit Pokemon. Oh well, the hat has spoken. So yeah, we get stuck doing pretty crappy com days. And com days used to be fun. Com days used to be really fun. But I suppose it's also got something to do just with the community. Because the community's not really there anymore in a lot of places. That's what used to make these events sort of fun. So it wasn't necessarily the Pokemon that was featured. It was the fact that you were out with other people. You were having a good time, chatting, all of that sort of stuff. Like all up and down here, all of these Pokestops, all along here, used to be lured during a com day. You'd have people driving up and down the road that's next to me, like pulling up at the stops and catching, and heaps of people walking up and down here. Because that's just not a thing anymore, the com days in general have just become, I'm out chatting with you guys, but it's like I'm chatting with you. All I'm doing is just reading text on the screen, so it just doesn't have that same buzz. I'm not really socializing with people. So yeah, com days, unless it's a good Pokemon, just don't really cut it anymore. And to be honest, when do we actually get good Pokemon in com days these days? The last decent one that we had was Goomy. I mean, even the starters and Popdio, not my most favorite starter Pokemon, or just Pokemon in general. Hey, another shiny. Gotta be enthusiastic. Yes! Oh, we got a shiny, guys! We've had Ghastly in com day before. Ghastly was a com day Pokemon years ago. I think it was back before COVID. So yeah, it'd have to be a com day classic if it was going to be Ghastly. But yeah, a lot of people have said so far that this, not just in the stream, but just in general on Twitter and stuff like that, people have been like, it should have been a ghost type Pokemon, or at least a dark type Pokemon, because of Halloween. Let's actually have a little bit of a look, shall we? Let's Ghost. Alright, so we've had Ghastly. Mischievous wouldn't have made a good com day. That's probably why they didn't choose Mischievous. Shuppet, again, isn't a good com day. Either is Duskull. I don't think people would have been happy with a Drifloon com day. They wouldn't have done Spiritomb, because Spiritomb is one of those special Pokemon that they save for the Halloween event. Give you like one encounter with it a year to see if you can get the shiny. We've had Litwick as well, so Litwick, I mean, they could have done Golett. I mean, They did release a shiny for it during GoFest, but Gollet could have been a decent com day, because I know not everybody did get that shiny, and it is a nice shiny. So that could have possibly been an October com day, even though it is only a single evolution. Phantump, we've had that in a Spotlight Hour and feature. See, a lot of these things they like to keep for the actual Halloween event. So that's more than likely why they haven't put them in a com day. And yeah, most other things. There isn't really much else that they could have. They're not going to do Dreepy yet, because Dreepy will be a com day in the future. It'll probably be com day next year, maybe. But let's have a look to see dark types, because there's probably a lot more dark types that they could have chosen over ghost types. And dark. Alright. Nothing from Gen 1 that they could have done that really would have made people happy. And there's nothing really from Gen 2 either. Gen 3 rather. So Gen 2, Gen 3. Again, Gen 4 is not really... We've had Dino. I mean, they could have done Sandile. That could have been a good com day. That actually would have made a really good com day, but they want to keep that in eggs because they're greedy. They could have done Zorora, but again, that's a special Pokemon because of the way that it's caught, so I don't think they would have done that. But it would have made it like a good trick or treat sort of Pokemon. What else could they have done for... Yeah, again, other than that, those are really the only ones that they probably could have chosen to be. But yeah, I reckon, Sandile would have made a really good com day for this month, given that it's dark type. Yeah, it sort of fits in with the Halloween event. But again, they've got it locked in eggs, and they're greedy, so they want people to spend money on incubators to try and hatch it. Is Zora any... No, Zora's should be available right now. I don't know if they've switched it off or not, but it's not just available during Halloween. It was available for quite a period of time. I think they've just turned down the amount that you can encounter it, so it's the same as Ditto. But I don't know if they alternate between the two, because they're both sort of found in the same way. They've disguised themselves as other Pokemon, but they are a bit different, because the Zorora disguises itself as your buddy Pokemon, whereas in Ditto disguises itself as an actual wild spawn. So they could have them both spawning at the same time, but I haven't seen a Zorora in ages. So I'm not sure whether or not they've turned them off or not. And another shiny. See, now that I've stopped paying attention to it and I'm just rambling on about other stuff, the game's just like, hey, remember, you're hunting shinies. Thank you. Maybe I should start doing that more. What else can we talk about, guys? What are some other topics that we can discuss today that aren't the specific Pokemon that we're hunting? That breeze is going... one of those days where it's going to be hot if I'm wearing a jumper but cold if I'm not, so I'm sort of stuck in limbo. What are we doing, shinies? What are we up to? We are on 6, 12. We have 12 little Swoodles, Swoodle Doodles. The wind is not very nice. Oh yeah. Oh no, wait, that's... Oh well, no, we'll collect them anyway. That's the ones that we wanted to collect. There we go. Impossible. Are you asking me what the best com day was? Because that's a very weird way to phrase it. What the best com day was? You mean what was the best com day? You got a Shando. Is it similar to a Shundo, but it's a Shannon? I got a Shando. A Shando Calrissian. Nice. I almost got a Shundo before. I've caught 2 shinies today, which have actually had really good stats on them. Almost Shundos. Or Shandos, as you call them. Which was the best com day? I don't know. There's been, again, that's one of those questions which is, it depends on who you are, because everybody has different favorites and stuff like that. So any of the pseudo legendaries have been great. So yeah, stuff like Beldum, which we just had a com day classic for. I mean, Beldum would have to be pretty high up there because Metagross is a really useful Pokemon. Anything that is going to evolve into something that is actually useful and has a good legacy move on it is going to be good. So there's too many to be like, this is the best out of all of them. There's just a group of them which have been great. And usually they're the pseudos. So yeah, things like Dragonite, Metagross, Bagon, Goomy, Dino, Gibble. All of those have been pretty good because they're all evolve into useful Pokemon which have good legacy moves. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to pick any one specific one, I don't think. Well, at least personally. I mean, like I said, it's a very personal thing. Some people are going to be like, my favorite Pokemon was featured during a com day, so that was my favorite one. I mean, my favorite Pokemon is Charizard. So technically, because we've had Charmander com day and Charmander Classic com day and all that sort of stuff, I could be like, hey, that's my favorite one. But I mean, Charizard is useful in PvP and stuff like that. But in comparison to some of the pseudos and stuff, it's not as useful. So it probably wouldn't rank up there as being like one of the best. I hope that answers your question. I tried my best, alright? I am but a wee boy walking around streaming Pokemon, okay? I've only got so many answers in my noodle. You got Shiny Gibble from your first ever Pokemon. You forgot how rare it was. It's actually not that rare. Like, as a shiny, now that it's been for com day and stuff like that. And it gets featured during a lot of events. So I've caught a couple of wild Gibbles, like shinies outside of its com day and stuff now. Back before it was featured in a com day, yes, it was a lot more rare, and I did get my first shiny just randomly from a wild spawn. Hey, speaking of shinies, that is shiny 13. Has Riolu had a com day? No. Because most com days, they try and stick with 3 like evolution Pokemon. So, you know, a starter, not a starter, but, you know, base form, evolved. 2 form ones, they tend to skip out on, and we did have Lucario in a raid day because of its mega form. There isn't many baby Pokemon which get featured during com days. And usually, if they do get featured, they're in eggs. So, for instance, we had Chansey com day, and Chansey is a 2nd stage evolution, but it started off as an original Pokemon, and then they added Happiny and Blissey afterwards in like later generations. So that has had a com day, but Happiny was available in eggs during that com day, and then you could evolve Chansey into Blissey. Same thing with Togepi. So we had Togekiss com day, and then you could evolve that into Togetic, and you could hatch Togepi from eggs. So any baby Pokemon you can only hatch from eggs, because that's the same as it is in the main series games. You can't actually catch them in the wild, so they'll always be egg Pokemon. So again, I hope that answered your question. Is there any other questions that we have for Professor Jimmy? Professor Smiggles. I know Smiggles isn't a type of tree, but in this case, we'll just say that there is a Smiggles tree out there. The good old Smiggles tree. I really don't want to hack it. Okay, whatever. I suppose if we want to finish the research, we have to. I'm really overcatching these things already with the amount of trouble that I had with them in the first hour. It's just like, now that I'm done with the research, unless they're shiny, leave me alone. I don't want to have to catch you. How about a Shundo Legendary? No. No, I've got 3 Shundos. Milotic, a Hisuian Decidueye, and a Whale Lord. 1 from research, 1 from wild, 1 from raids. The closest that I've gotten from a Shundo Legendary is 98%. I've got a few 98% shiny legendaries. I do have Hundo Legendaries. I have multiple Hundo Legendaries. But no Shundos. So yeah, we have our 96% shiny Mewtwo and 98% shiny Lucky Derpy Wurple. Our 98% shiny Rayquaza. Another shiny Rayquaza, which is fairly close. Our 98% shiny Xerneas. I think they're the highest legendaries that I've got that are. Yeah, so it's like those, and then yeah, I suppose Groudon is fairly close as well. We got that one. It was 2019. Hang on, didn't I get another one of them recently from? I'm sure I got another one just recently when it was featured in raids. It was actually pretty good, the shiny that I got. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's the shiny Milotic. That's probably my rarest Shundo. Just because, I mean, I don't know anybody else that has a Shundo Milotic. But yeah, unfortunately, no actual Shundo legendaries. But there's not much that separates like a 98% from a Hundo. Like when it comes to use-wise, the only thing that really separates them is like, hey, look, I've actually got a Shundo. It's the trophy aspect of it, not actually the utility aspect of it. Because yeah, the difference between like HP and damage output and defense and all that sort of stuff when it comes to like a Hundo and a 90% is not really going to show itself in battle. Sort of thing. It's that negligible that it's just like it doesn't really make any sort of difference. Who do I think will get the next Mega? Mawile, because that's what's being featured next week. That's our next raid day, guys. Mawile on Saturday next week. And as I said, I won't be hosting them like I usually do because I will be at PAX. PAX. So yeah, unfortunately, I'll have to give it a miss. I'll probably be able to do a few while I'm at PAX because I'm guessing that people will be doing them because there's a couple of gyms there, and every year it's just a contest over the weekend of who can control the gym for the longest. Down the gym for the longest. So yeah, as soon as raid day starts, the surrounding gyms will be locked down with the thousands of gamers which will be descending upon the exhibition center. After I don't know. No idea. Could be anything. Plus, I don't really know what's got megas and what doesn't, sort of thing. Because it wasn't really my generation, so... you'd assume Metagross. Could be. They'll probably want to save that for something special though. Because it'll readjust the meta again once they introduce. Because I think Metagross was the best steel type, then it was taken over by, I can't remember what, I think it was Lucario. Mega Lucario is now the best steel type in the game. Once Metagross gets its thing, it'll become the best steel type again, I think. But yeah, stuff like that, they usually want to pace out. So I'm guessing that our next group of Megas after Marwile might be average ones. Because Metagross will be one that people are actually really waiting for. So they'll want to save that. Hey, another shiny. See, all of a sudden we've just hit that shiny stride again, and we're getting a few. And again, it's because I'm not paying attention. I've stopped paying attention to like the game, and I'm just playing it while I'm chatting to you guys in the chat. We seem to have a lot better time. It's probably because I'm not focused on it. So it doesn't seem like every single click that I'm not getting one. It's just like, ugh. I'm only noticing actual shinies. You've seen every Mewtwo release. It's always near June or May. We don't get a Mega by then maybe Mewtwo. No, because Mewtwo has both X and Y form. They're going to want to save that for something special. They're not just going to drop that on us by itself. It'll be involved in some sort of event, Go Fest, or something like that. And because both X and Y Mewtwo, they will have to nerf in some way, because I'm pretty sure they're both going to max out at like 7,000 CP or something like that, which is just going to dwarf absolutely everything else in the game and would just make it too overpowered. So that's probably why they're holding off on it, because they're going to have to introduce it in a way that doesn't ruin the meta. Yeah, anything like that, they usually hold off until they've figured out a system that they think is going to work to introduce it into the game. So yeah, I wouldn't be holding my breath for them to be introduced anytime soon, sort of thing. We'll more than likely see Armored Mewtwo back in the game before we'd see X and Y. Yep, the 14. What am I on? Again, I'm not counting. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm on 15. 15 shinies. Alright, so we're just over halfway through the day, guys. It is 3:37, so we got like a little bit under an hour and a half left. We got 15 shinies. I mean, if we could match that again, we're at the 30 shinies for the day. I did say 27 and a half, but we'll just go with 27 shinies. Yeah, I reckon we could still get to that. Bug. Get off me. I know it's Sewaddle Community Day and it's all about bugs, but I don't want bugs on my hand. Mr. Bug. Get into the tree. Go on. There you go. Have a good life. All 15 minutes of it. You'll definitely expect me to in May or June. Yeah, but it's not Shadow Mewtwo. She'll lose. I mean, they'll always bring Shadow Mewtwo back again, but we will have to wait and see. Hey, there we go, another shiny. Die, bug, die. No, I gotta be nice to the bugs, because it's their day. If I kill the bugs, then I won't get any more shinies. You gotta think like a bug. So therefore I need to crawl around on the ground. Speaking of bugs, the other day, I was sitting there on the couch, just minding my own business, watching some Lost, because I've started watching Lost again, because I never actually finished watching it. and it's now on Netflix. So I was like, you know what? I should actually finish watching that show. I know how it ends because it's one of those shows that you just can't have not known how it ends. So yeah, I already know how it ends, even though I haven't seen it. But I'm like, I'm along for the adventure. I'll watch it again. But yeah, I was sitting on the couch, minding my own business, and I felt something cold on my leg. Mind you, I'm wearing pants. So I'm like, did I just feel that? So I'm like, ah! Ended up like dacking myself, and I had a millipede crawling up my leg. It's just like, get out of my pants. So yeah, we shooed the millipede out of my pants onto the floor and then picked it up with a tissue and threw it in the toilet. Yeah, back-to-back shinies. There we go. Apparently they enjoyed my story about the bug and the pants and the lost. So yeah, the millipede was lost in my pants, and then it was lost in the toilet. You need an L with a green plate. Okay. Fair enough. Are you talking about Decidui? Is that a green L? Also, speaking of Decidui, given that it's like based on an archer and all that sort of stuff, I was actually looking up bows the other day. I was like, it was something that I wanted to buy like ages ago, but I never got around to it. And it just popped back into my head. One of those random ADHD thoughts just popped into my head. And I'm like, oh yeah, I want to get a bow. Just the impulse of just like, oh yeah, I need to buy a bow. So I started looking up bows again. And I'm like, probably going to buy a compound bow at some point. And I'll walk around shooting things with a compound bow. Not living things, just because I have no need to do that. But I'll shoot things like trees and stuff. A whole bunch of 10s. Alright, are we going to get anything decent from these 10s, guys? Probably not, because I don't think anything decent from a Rowlet shiny. Decidui Rowlet. We had Rowlet and Comday just recently, like within the last couple of months. So unfortunately, you missed out, dude. But if you know anybody that did do it, you should be able to trade with them, because they should have like 70 of them. Kumi's not too bad. Oh, okay, I'll take that. That's not bad. Hopefully it's got decent stats. Okay. I didn't even realize they were hatching from 10s. So far, we've actually had a couple of... Oh, okay. And you said I wasn't going to get anything decent from these 10s. Another Goomy? Bro, they were actually not a bad bunch of 10k eggs. This has average IVs. This has average IVs. This has average IVs. This has average IVs. And... Ooh, okay, that's actually not too bad. That's a keeper. We got at least one decent thing out of those eggs. So I will take that. Everything else is garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Back to the shiny. Where do you live for it to be 3? I live in Australia. I live in the down unders. Hey, another... All of a sudden, we are smashing through these shinies. You're hunting in Violet and you want... Oh, okay, so you're in the main series games. Dude, you shouldn't have much trouble finding it in Violet, like Scarlet and Violet. Those games are like the easiest games to find shinies. You can just walk around randomly and just see them in the wild and you're like, oh look, there's a shiny. That's how I caught my shiny Mankey. Just wandering past a group of wild Mankeys. I was like, hang on, one of those things doesn't look right. He looks a little bit sick. I think I need to take him to the doctor. So I threw balls at him. It's usually what you do to monkeys. You just throw your balls at them. How you doing, Chom? You missed it, dude. We just hatched a shiny Mewtwo. You especially like the part of the story where your pants fell down and exposed you. Yeah, no, I had underwear on, so I wasn't exposing anything else. There was a millipede present, but it wasn't my millipede, alright? But it was cold on my leg. Not the millipede was cold on my leg. They just have this weird feel to them. Where they're not slimy, but they feel slimy because they're cold, because they're I almost said a reptile, because they're an insect and they're like exoskeleton and all. So they feel weird. It's weird, man. It's weird, especially on your leg. Not the worst story that I've got when it comes to having bugs on my leg. Back when I used to live at my old house, I was sitting on the computer one day. I'm just minding my own business, just sitting there on the computer, just doing whatever. I can't even remember what I was doing, like 3D stuff or something like that. And all of a sudden I found a tickling on my leg. Mind you, I'm wearing shorts at this point because it was like summertime. I've looked down on said leg and there's a whitetail walking up my leg. Whitetails, if you don't know, are like similar to black widow spiders and stuff like that in America. Like, I actually know, I suppose black widows are probably more closely related to redbacks, but still, poisonous spider. You don't want them biting. They do carry fleshyitis or whatever it is, fasciofleshyitis, which is the flesh-eating bacteria on their fangs, as well as being poisonous. So we don't like those types of spiders. They're evil. So yeah, it was crawling up my leg. I've like shit myself, gone like, ah! Shoot it off my leg, and then I had a plate next to me, so I've just thrown the plate on top of it. And I've like squished it into the floor, like using the plate. And I'm like, all right, cool, that spider's taken care of. You know, got back to my business on the computer, sitting there minding my own business. Half an hour later, or whatever it is, I feel a tickling on my leg. I'm like, look down. There is another whitetail crawling up my goddamn leg. I had 2 whitetails in one night climbing up my leg. So again, repeated the same thing. Jumped up, screamed, brushed it off my leg, grabbed the plate, chucked the plate on top of it, squished it into the carpet. Good times. That was probably my worst. That was the worst night of my life. Having 2 spiders crawling up my leg in like one night. I was traumatized. Hey, Leon, welcome in. Welcome in, dude. Anyway, I've missed out on some chats because I was too busy telling my story. Weird question. When was the last team? Wait, my last time I had a nightmare. Fairly recently. I don't have like wake up screaming and sweating type nightmares. I just have dreams which just make me uneasy, and then I'll wake up and I'll be like, that was a nice dream, and just go back to sleep. I don't have like full-blown nightmares sort of thing. They're just dreams that make me feel a bit uneasy. Anyway, back to the chat that I missed. Actually Go is the easiest still for catching shinies, yes, because we get com days and stuff like that obviously, but still, main series games have gotten a lot easier since Go, because they've just like, what's the point of having rare shinies these days if Pokemon Go just gives them to people? Is your Mankeys bad? Do you give him smack? All the time, dude, all the time. Goddamn silly Mankeys. Anyway, Jimmy, do you got a Shundo, not just shiny Mewtwo? No, we was discussing that before. You already asked me if I had Shundo legendaries, and I said no. That's the same question, dude. My closest is a 9. I do have like 3 or 4 98% Mewtwo's, but I have 1 96% shiny Mewtwo, and that's it. Just stop trying to explain the worm. I wasn't. It was a millipede. They're different, all right? Worms aren't insects, all right? They're worms. The cutest Pokemon hunter. I do try. I don't know though. There's a lot of attractive women that tend to play Pokemon, so I'd be leaning more towards them. That's just personal preference though. You do you. Did the professor actually appear in the special? No, it was another professorless com day. It seems to be becoming a running thing where they just can't be bothered putting in the effort to writing out some crappy little story that no one cares about, so they just gave us the research. I know what you were doing. Yeah, I was on the computer. I can't even remember if I was on the computer when those spiders attacked me. It's raining. Damn it. I don't like the rain. I don't have a jumper on this time to hide from it. So I'm just going to get wet. I blame this on you, Josh. It's your fault it's raining. Are you going to go Impossible? No worries, dude. Thank you for tuning in. I'm like way behind. I'm catching up. Leon, hello. I did say hello to you before. How are you doing? How do I get so many Sewaddles? Because it's com day. It is com day for me where I live. You're hunting at 12 a.m. because the outbreaks change and you just checked you got rail outbreak. Nice, dude. Good luck. Fingers crossed you can get the shiny. Your pain is over. Oh, because you've got the outbreak now. Okay. Wait, did you actually get the shiny or? You get nightmares of deer. He's in jail now, dude. You can relax. It's okay. You're safe now. He can't diddle you anymore. Yeah, we have spiders that are poisonous, but they can't bite you. Daddy long legs are example. I think that's a bit of a wise tale about daddy long legs being like the deadliest spider in the world and all that sort of stuff, but they can't bite you, yada, yada, yada. Like, I know that they have to be venomous in some way because they do eat other spiders. But yeah, I don't think they're the actual deadliest spider in the world because I think that's just one of those stories that was made up to scare children sort of thing. Because there is a spider out there that's called the wandering spider. The Brazilian wandering spider. Those things will literally make your limbs rot off when they bite you. Like, those things are terrifying. I'm pretty sure they are the most deadliest spider in the world. I'm going to turn into Spider-Man. Cool. I'd like that. It's like, no, dude, you're just going to grow 8 legs and then walk around eating insects. And it's like, oh. No, but I want to swing from buildings. Actually, no, I probably wouldn't. I'm terrified of heights. So I wouldn't make a good Spider-Man because I'd just be like, nope. No, I'm 3 feet off the ground. That's high enough. I'm not going. So yeah, I don't think I'd be swinging from building to building like Tarzan or Spider-Man or any of those types of men because, yeah, heights aren't my thing, okay? I'm not hanging off the side of a plane fighting dudes dressed up like falcons and stuff, all right? It's not going to happen. It's always your fault when things get moist. Yep. That's all I've got. That's my answer to that. Just, yep. Hey, shiny. It's a moist shiny. You got free membership renewal. You do complete living decks for Scarlet. Nice. Might take you a while, but good luck. Oh, just the outbreak, okay. Well, good luck. Hopefully you get the shiny, dude. Fingers crossed. Oh, with the DLCs included? Nice. You like them what? Spiders? I'm a lot better with them than I was when I was younger. I used to be like, have really bad arachnophobia growing up, but I think it had something to do with, like, if you've ever seen the movie, it's, yeah. I saw, when did I first see arachnophobia? I was probably like maybe 5 or 6 years old, maybe a bit younger, but just seeing all the spiders, and it just made me terribly afraid of spiders, like, my entire life. And it wasn't until I sort of moved into like semi-rural location where there's spiders around quite frequently that I sort of became a little bit better with them. Like, I'm not as bad as I used to be. I still don't like them, but as long as they're not in my room, I'm pretty good with them, sort of thing. They can be in other parts of the house. Like, there'll be a huntsman walking around on the walls in the house, sort of thing. And it's like, yep, okay, as long as you're not in my room, don't care. You can be in the house hunting other insects. I did have a baby one in my room. It was probably a few years ago now. There's a baby huntsman in my room, and it was up on the wall, and I was watching it because there was a white tail walking towards it, and huntsmen are called huntsmen for a reason, because they hunt other spiders and stuff. And I was just watching this white tail getting closer to it. I'm like, oh, there's got to be a battle. And yeah, sure enough, the white tail got right up to this huntsman, and it's just pounced on it. And of course, they're on the wall that's above my bed, and both of these spiders in their tussle have fallen off the wall onto my bed. And I'm like, no! I don't want spiders on my bed, no! I feel freaked out because I'm like, now they're going to be lost in my bed and I can't sleep in it now because it's going to be infested with spiders. And So needless to say, I grabbed my doona and like ripped it off the bed. I'm like, no, you can't be on my bed. Hey, thank you for me rememorizing, Chomp. Much appreciated, dude. You got to get that living dex. All right, good luck. We're wishing you the best, my dude. You've seen it. Oh, the movie Erective. Yeah, I'd say everyone's seen it. It's an old movie. You've had 2 tarantulas, they're cool. No. No. Anything that has 8 legs and fangs is not cool. Scorpions, on the other. That's actually really weird. It's just like, I really hate spiders, but I don't mind scorpions. Scorpions are actually pretty cool. But scorpions are worse than spiders because they don't just have fangs. They've got pincers and a tail that can... And I think there's a lot more venomous scorpions in the world, like more species of venomous scorpions which can kill you than there is spiders, sort of thing. So it's like, maybe I should not like scorpions. But scorpions are cool. Mainly because he's a Mortal Kombat character and he's my favorite. And he throws things at people and says, get over here! And yeah. Good times. Wait, you're up to 20 shiny? Wait, when did that happen? Am I falling behind on the shiny count or what? Yeah, tarantulas into it. Snakes I'm not that bad with. I've always just been like, I'm not scared of snakes. How can you be scared of something that doesn't have arms? That's my rationality. It's like, spiders, they have 8. You can be scared of them because they have a lot of arms. Snakes have no arms. They're fine. You don't have to be scared of snakes. So my fear equates to the amount of arms that you've got. So yeah, if you've got more than 2 arms, I'm sorry, I don't like you. Unless you're, I suppose dogs have to. Any more than 4 arms, you're not cool, all right? You have to die. 4 or less arms is what I'm saying. That's my comfort level. Also, Leon, thank you for gift membering. Who got gift membership? Hey, Impossible. Impossible got the gift membership and he's not here anymore. It's alright, he'll see it when he comes back. And this rain, man. I don't want to have to put my jumper back on. I'm wet now. I don't want to have to put my jumper on. It was hiding behind a rock. Oh wait, you got the shiny. Nice, dude. Well done. Get a scorpion and a ball python. I had a mate that had a couple of scorpions. Back when I was a kid, I had a blue-tongue lizard as a pet. He was pretty cool. Called him Meltdown. Mainly because I saw there was it was on the front page of the paper in like big bold letters, meltdown, because it was like a nuclear power meltdown or something like that in the world at that time. I was like, that's what I'm naming my lizard. That's a cool name. So yeah, I called my blue-tongue lizard Meltdown. But yeah, as a kid, I did want to have like a cage with and frogs and all that sort of stuff because I was like, I'm not scared of snakes. Mum's like, yeah. It never happened because like... She was like, yeah, we'll just, entertain you and be like, we'll get you that cage full of snakes one day. Yeah, that never happened. Best I got was a lizard. A forearm fit. Yeah. Anything more than 4 arms, okay? So it's more of like a 5 or more. Like 4 and less is cool. 5 or more, no. So what happens if you get a spider and he's missing 4 legs? Does that make him okay? See, now this is a sticky situation. It's just like, all right, he doesn't have 8 legs anymore, but he's still a spider. But he is a crippled spider. So should I be scared of a crippled spider? Should I be scared of a spider that only has 4 legs? I don't know. Difficult question. I guess we'll cross that boat when we get to it. Cross that boat, cross that bridge. This rain is... it's just gotten heavier. I'm not having a good time right now, guys. Hey, shiny. Oops. I'm blaming that on the fact that my screen is wet. He became a recluse. Alright, I'm like pretty much back at the car, so I'm going to sit in the car for a few minutes and hopefully it'll stop raining. We can continue our conversation while we discuss in the car while I'm not in the rain, because I don't really want to get wet. Yep. Come back. That was the rain. That's how wet my screen is. It's now just making random things happen on my screen. You got a second? I was going to say, oh no, don't tell me I left my keys in my car, because that would be unfortunate. Good thing is, I can't lock the car without keys, so even if I did, it just mean the door's unlocked. Yeah. The rain is getting like heavier. I am going to wipe off my screen and then check to see the radar. Oops. Alright, let's just check the radar and see. You have 10 minutes left of sandwich? What should you hunt? Ham? Ham for your sandwich? But you're in the woods. We had a hawk and an owl and a few flying squirrels. What, as actual pets or just... Oh. I think it's gonna rain pretty heavily pretty soon, guys. Balls. Because I'm right before that little orange and red dot. Little orange and red dot. Oh. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to stop raining for like the last hour, because it's 4 o'clock, so we've got an hour left. I think I'm going to get rained on for most of this hour, and it looks like I'm going to get rained on pretty heavily. It does look very moist. Charlie, please stop raining on me. Sewaddle was your first ever Pokemon card. That's unfortunate. Not the, I mean, the Pokemon card thing. That's cool. The rain situation is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, it's like it was fine yesterday. It was a nice-ish day. You know, it was overcast, but it was warm. Tomorrow it's supposed to be nice. Today, of course, every calm day, that just Melbourne weather. It's just like, I'm either going to be 47 degrees or I'm going to be cold and windy and raining. There's no in between as actual pets. I could be like one of those like Karens on say no, I'll be, it's not actual storms or anything. I'll be fine. I'm just gonna get a bit wet, which means I'm probably gonna have to put my jumper back on, because I mean I'm still gonna get wet. Is the stream lagging a bit as well, or is it just the game?
Like, what's the quality of the stream look like? Ew, that doesn't look good. Is the quality of the stream like crappy at the moment, guys? Please let me know. And also, if you haven't already, guys, please do hit the thumbs up button on the stream. It does help out immensely. No lag? Okay. On my screen, it looks, it might just be, hang on, let me close down and reset it. It might just be. Yeah, still looks shitty for me. Yep, okay, it is. Okay, it's because I'm sitting in the car. This car has really bad reception, sort of thing. The car has bad reception. For some reason, when I'm sitting in the car, it can be a bit laggy. Works fine during raid hours and stuff, but for now, it's a bit laggy. I have a jumper on and get back out of the car there. Alright, give me a minute. Give me a second, guys. I need to re-equip myself with warmer weather clothing. And then, hopefully find some tissues, because I need to blow my nose. Where are you? Come here. Oh my god, ow, ow. What are you doing over there? Ow. All the way over on the other side of the car. I will be safe. It's just raining, dude. I don't need to worry about it. The worst I have to worry about is getting wet. It's fine. Oh, my arms are all wet. And I hate putting clothing on when you're wet. It's like the worst feeling. The windows in the car are already fogging up. I'm already getting them all steamy. Now. Having my hair tied up right now didn't make that easy. Flying sandwiches. Alright, I think that's as good as my jumper's gonna be until I actually get back out of the car. Hood, you can go on. Good old rainy adventures. You can't call yourself a real Pokemon Go trainer unless you've walked around in the rain catching shinies at some point. I've done that a lot, so I'm a Pokemon master. See? Getting shinies. Getting shinies. I want you to hunt a Terry the Platypus. That's what I want you to do. You've done it. Okay, well, you outrank. We don't have snow here in Australia, though. Well, we do, but not where I live. Well, sometimes we do, but not enough to cover the ground. Hey, back-to-back shinies again. I'm just going to stay in the car, because apparently I can catch all the shinies I need right here. You named your Rowlet what? Terragui? And Jerry... Oop. Okay. Dude, I struggle reading things to begin with. I don't need words that I can't pronounce, okay? It's hard, alright? Leave me alone. Okay, I think it's stopped raining slightly. Alright, let's take advantage of that and get ourselves back out on an adventure while we can. God damn it. I'm all moist inside my clothing now. It's all humid in my shirt. It's horrible. Alright, the adventure continues. Telling you an actual flying Pokemon Pidgey. Or a Mewtwo that you've thrown into the air. No, I suppose Mewtwo flies. He can levitate. Technically, you could say that he's a flying Pokemon. As soon as I got out
I started raining. Unfortunately, I'm just going to get wet for the rest of the day. It's like, I either call it now and just go home and be like, okay, I don't really care. I've got enough of these shinies. Or, for your amusement, I stay out here, get rained on, catching shinies I don't care about. So I hope you guys appreciate my suffering right now. I knew I should have brought my jacket with me. I still got 50 minutes of this. Fantastic. Good times. Jimmy's loving it. I can't even read the screen because there's too much water on the screen, so the words are all blurred. Go home and find another millipede. Go home and have a shower. Because I didn't do that this morning. Because I showered like last night. So I was like, I don't really have to have a shower this morning. I haven't done anything except sleep. I'll just shower when I get home. Ah. There's that much water on my screen. It's closing. This is all the rain. I'm not doing anything. What are you doing? My phone is like locking itself and what are you doing? Stop it! Stop it! This is very difficult right now. There's too much water on my screen. It's locking my phone. It's just as long as it doesn't open any inappropriate apps on my phone, that'll be fine. I don't think I've got any appropriate apps. Just don't open my camera roll because I don't know what's in it. I've been exchanging photos with people and let's just say there's probably some questionable things in there that I don't think I need to show on stream. Not OnlyFans, but probably stuff along that. Alright. People that I'm talking to, mainly women, on Tinder, well, not mainly women that I've met on Tinder and stuff. We've been talking, and I have things on my phone that I probably shouldn't. Because I'm friends. Only friends. It's alright, there's nothing of me on the phone, it's just other people. That I don't think they'll be too happy about me broadcasting all over stream, so let's not. We've caught 22 shinies. Okay, let's see how many. Oh my god, I'm so wet right now. Good times. We have 6, 12, 18, 23. I have 23 shinies. So I'm still one ahead of you. However, I'm always seem to be like one shiny ahead. I can't do it. Screen, what are you doing? No, thank you. It's going to be a very unpleasant last hour. Looking like a Sith. I feel like one too. Come to the dark side. Let your hatred flow through you. Darth Smiggles. Except I got a flesh-coloured lightsaber. Oh, I can't even click on the... What are you doing? Hey, shiny decidueye. Nice. One of my shundos is a Hisuian decidueye. He's drowning. I'm not even doing stuff on my phone. Ah, what are you doing? They did say that there was a 100% chance of rain. I mean, if this is as bad as it gets, then we will survive. I'm just hoping that yellow and red patch that we saw isn't more than this. I hope that what I just got rained on was it. We'll be fine. I am just absolutely soaking wet right now. You guys probably can't see it on camera properly. My pants are wet because of the rain, not because I urinated myself. My jumper's wet. My phones are soggy. And you have to wait until your friend calms to evolve the other into Sewaddle form. That's alright, at least you've got it. Is it a big lightsaber? Well, I assume so. The female Jedi seem to like it, so... It wasn't me, it was the millipede. Millipede wet hands, okay? Both are marked, unfortunately. Uncommon mark. Yeah, see, I've never been into the whole mark things. It's just like, yeah, shinies are shiny, okay? I don't care about all these marks and stuff. Better than Mace Windu's, probably. Oh my god. I'm getting rewarded for my suffering right now. The game's just like, alright dude, you're wandering around in the pissing down rain right now. Here, I have some shinies. No, don't add I can't even click on the berry icon on my screen. There is too much water. Oh no, my shiny, where did it go? No! Shiny, come back! Where did you go? Which one was it? Did I just lose my shiny? I think I just lost a shiny. Oh well. That wasn't it, because it was this is an incense spawn. So was the last one an incense spawn as well? Literally like shaking the water off my phones. Did I lose the shiny? I think I did. Oh well. Oh well. I think I'll survive. Why is the hole wet? Because it just saw me standing there and was like, oh my god. Yep. Alright, well I lost that shiny, but I got another one back, so we can count one extra shiny onto our list at the end of the day, because I lost a shiny that wasn't my fault. The rain made me lose it, because it shut the encounter down on me. Everybody that's driving past looking at me right now is probably like, what is this guy doing walking around in the rain? Very unpleasant. See, like I said, at least I'm getting rewarded for my suffering. The game is giving me a lot of shinies, getting me a lot of shinies. Yep, no, don't transfer. That's not what I want to do. I almost transferred it. Okay, the good thing is, the rain doesn't seem to be any heavier. It actually seems to be easing up. So fingers crossed that means... Oh, that wind blowing on my pants though was really... because my pants are so wet. Nothing worse than wearing wet jeans when it's cold and windy. It's a huge... You're doing raids? Nice. I'm walking around in the rain like a dweeb for some herba. Well, it was 4:20 a minute ago. Doing raids for that type of herb. Oh yeah, eggs. I'm not spinning Pokestops though. Maybe I should pick up more eggies. I don't even have anywhere to dry my bones. My arms are that wet. Okay, just quietly, I think it might have actually passed. Like, it's still drizzling, but it's not. No, the insides of my shirt is... I wasn't wearing this jumper when it started raining. I put it on like halfway through, so the insides is just as wet as the outsides. That's what she said. And the little bits that are dry, I want to try and keep as dry as possible. Because I am drowning. And it's cold. Like, it's not actually that cold, but because I'm wet and the wind is blowing, it's just making it so much colder. Oh my god, and my shoe is now eating my sock. Ugh. There we go. Who are you talking to, GP? Do I want shiny rolls? I have many of them already. I don't need any. It's a female rot. No, I have like a million rolts in there, so I am well and truly good with rolts, my friend. Oh my god, I'm trying to click on you. Thank you. More Iggy. Now, after getting rained on all that, I need to go to the toilet now. I gotta pee. Alright, we have 35 minutes left. I have... How many shinies do I have for the day so far? Sewaddle, 26. Actually, no, because we've got evolutions as well. 27. We would have 28 if the rain didn't make that one run from me before. So, I did say 27 shinies for... That was my guess at the start of the day. I was like, I'm going to get 27 shinies. Looks like I have to stop hunting right now. But if I do continue going, it looks like we're going to get to 30 shinies again, which is 3 com days in a row now that I've gotten over 30 shinies. Don't jinx it. Oh, I think have you seen the amount of shinies I've been getting? Though, in the first hour, I did get 4 in like the first 10 minutes and then didn't get another one for like 40 minutes. So knowing my luck, that's going to happen again now that I have said that, oh no, we'll get to 30. I'm just really glad that my shoes don't have holes in them. Because that was something that I used to suffer with quite badly during high school because I was a skater. So if you've ever been a skater before, you know that your shoes don't last very long because you're basically grating them on sandpaper every day when you're skating. So I used to get holes in my shoes on quite a regular basis. And then it'd be typical Melbourne weather during winter and stuff like that, and my shoes would get very soppy. And it got to the point where one of my toenails actually snapped halfway up my toe and then peeled off like the opposite way and kept getting caught in my socks. So I basically like peeled one of my toenails off. That was fun. Only slightly painful. But yeah, that's how wet my feet would get on a regular basis, that one of my toenails actually softened enough to snap and then peel off. Oh, I'm trying to click on this one in the middle. Ah! Fine, I'll catch you just so I can click on the other one. I shouldn't have said anything because it's starting to rain. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm fine. That happened when I was in high school, which was quite a long time ago now. God, when I was in high school, that was 20 plus years ago. It's hard to believe that it's now been over 20 years since I was in high school. It's just like, bruh, what? How did that happen? How did I get so old? No, I have a jumper. A very wet jumper. That's the best I can do. I didn't bring my jacket there. It's not cold. Like, now that I'm out of the wind, it's fine. I'm just wet. Like, my hands are a little bit cold, but they're not. It was worse last com day, during Ponyta com day, when I actually got hailed on, because that was legitimately a cold day. Today, it's sort of like high teens. It's like 16, 17 degrees, so it's not too bad. Mid to high teens. My phone is decharging. You have to last. You're on 33%. You have to last for the rest of the day. It was fine until it started raining. Once it started raining, then my phone started losing charge, even though it's plugged in. Hope I didn't jinx for the shinies. Honestly, at this point, dude, I don't really care. I'm wet. I'm hungry. I need to pee. I already have 27 shinies. It's fine. If I don't get to 30, whatever. I said my original guess was 27. So if I finish off on 27, cool. That's what I guessed I would. Pee in the bushes. Nah. There is a public toilet near here. I'm not a 4-year-old. I can hold it in for a period of time. Sorry, I don't need to pee that badly. It's just... Excuse me. Bring back my... It'll feel warm for all of 30 seconds and then it's just going to be cold. And my pants are already wet enough. So I think I'll pass on that. Like I said, I can hold it in. I'm not incontinent. I'm not a little baby or a geriatric old man. Not yet, at least. Alright, I still got 50 years until I'm peeing my pants again, alright? You would know, Lachlan. All about them surprises. I'm just hoping that it's not going to be too bad, because when you're at PAX, you're inside for most of the time anyway. But I always like it being nice weather during PAX, because it's like then you can go outside and sit outside for a little bit, because the convention center can get a little bit much, because you're surrounded by nerds. Hey, there we go, shiny. Not that that's a bad thing, but if you've ever been to a convention before, or any sort of Smash tournament or anything like that, you know that unfortunately people in this demographic have a bad habit of not showering on a regular basis. Get just a little bit stanky. So being able to retreat outside every now and again is pretty good. Plus that's where all the cosplayers are, so you can go outside and sit outside and watch all the nice girls dressed up in their cosplays. And you're like, cool. I can go back inside now. Alright, so we're on 28 shinies, so 2 away from 30, guys. We have 25-ish minutes. Out here. No, they just don't shower. There's a big difference between somebody's stinky crack and their pheromones, alright? Now, surprisingly enough, it's actually not too bad at PAX. You don't get a lot of it, from what I've noticed. I think most nerdy Melburnians tend to shower, which is a good thing. Hey, we get rained on all the time, so it's just like, if you don't shower at your house, you get showered on when you're outside. I mean, technically, do I have to have a shower when I get home now? Probably not. I've just had one. Exactly. Who needs to shower with Melbourne weather? Not I. No, but I showered last night. It's why I didn't shower this morning before I came out, because I was like, you know what? I only like shampooed and conditioned my hair and all that sort of stuff last night and oiled it and did all the jargon. I'm like, I don't really want to wash all that shit out just, you know, a couple of hours later. So it's like, it's all right. All I've done is slept. Sat around on the couch watching Lost and then slept. It's like, it's fine. I don't need to shower. I'll shower later. I used to be like a morning showerer. Like wake up and it would be the first thing that I would do. But these days, because I do workouts, I figure there's no point showering, like getting up, showering, doing a workout, and then just having to shower again. So because of that, I've become more of an evening showerer. I haven't got my shoes. Stop eating my sock. I need new socks. My shoes keep eating my socks, and it's uncomfortable. I'm wet, my shoes are eating my socks, I'm not getting shinies. No, I don't think I'll need to do that, Negan, thank you. Just a normal regular shower will do me just fine. Not a fan of water sports. That's just stinky and gross. Hey, another shiny. See, Sewaddle thinks so too. She's just like, nah, man, take me out of here. Don't leave me with these crazy people in the chat. Hey, it's actually like our third relatively decent shiny for the day. All right, we have like 25 minutes to get one more shiny and we get to the 30. So I think we're going to do that. At this point, we'll probably end up with a couple more. So do I raise my S again? Do we go to 32? Me, Lachlan? Or Negan's golden showers? Is that the... Because if so, like, if it's me, cool. If it's the other thing, please take it elsewhere. Family friendly, guys. Family friendly. At this point, I've just given up on my sock. It's halfway down my foot, but you know what? If I pull it up, it's just going to go back down. Okay, I think it's actually stopped raining. Like, legitimately stopped raining. Awesome, now that I am absolutely drenched, you guys. Yeah, the phone doesn't really pick it up, but the difference in my, like, the top part of my sleeve to the bottom part of my sleeve, it's like very dramatic color difference. Have all the millipedes crawl up your leg. Some years are actually really bad for millipedes. It tends to be the wetter it is, the worse the millipedes are. They have like a big breeding frenzy sort of thing, and they are like everywhere. It's the only one that I've seen so far this year, so hopefully that means that we're not going to get many. Because yeah, they can be pretty bad. And the thing about them is because they're Spanish millipedes, like they were introduced by accident, they're like a pest species, they have no natural predators. And anything that would eat them, like mice and all that sort of stuff, don't, because they're supposedly very horrible. So nothing actually eats them. So when they do breed out of control, they like explode in numbers. And they're absolutely everywhere. Well, no, I don't suspect that they do know English because they're millipedes. I don't think they know any human languages. I don't know. I've never tried to speak to a millipede before. Maybe the one that was in my pants was actually trying to communicate with me. And I just flushed it down the toilet. Damn. All I know, he was the emissary for their species that was like coming to me trying to like broker a peace deal. I just flushed him down the toilet. Little did I know that I have now declared war. Well, they've now declared war on the human species because of my inaction. I just didn't talk to them. Didn't broker a peace treaty. So we're doomed, guys, all because of me. Sorry. My bad. My oopsies. I'll figure it out, don't worry. I'll take the L on that one. Maybe they... Well, he sort of got one. Because, I mean, while I was in the toilet, when I, chucked it in the toilet, I was like, I do actually need to pee right now, so... What am I going to do? Flush the toilet, then go to the toilet, and then flush the toilet again? That's just a waste of water. So let's just say the little dude got what he wanted. They're going to trigger another Spanish Inquisition. Wait, they're going to start burning witches at the stake? What did he say? I don't know. Like I said, I didn't talk. I have no idea what he said. I didn't speak to them because I didn't know that he wanted to speak to me. So he just got thrown in the... Anybody coming into the chat right now is going to be completely lost. I didn't talk to him. I just threw him in the toilet and then peed on him. People are going to be like, what? Millipede, all right? We're talking about a millipede. Should stop giving human pronouns because that's just going to confuse people. He wanted to see Uranus. Well, he got close. And he was flushed down the toilet. Okay, that's 31 Chinese, so... We are smashing it. We're going to probably end up with 35-ish at this rate. Millie got peed on. Makes it sound like Millie Bobby Brown went to a Drake party. Because Drake totally would have been down for that. Been hanging around with Diddy too long. I don't know where this... The topics of this chat in this last hour have just been a bit all over the place. I'm blaming the rain and my lack of interest in this Pokemon right now. It's like, I'm done with the shiny hunting. It's just like, okay, topics of conversation have just skewed a little bit. Let's talk about delinquent cats. How you doing? Those delinquent cats stealing all my porridge, feeding it to bears and stuff. And some blonde-haired girl comes along and just steals it off the bears. Blame Negan. I will. Here I was, just catching shinies, getting rained on. You guys had to just take the chat and put it in the toilet. Just with that poor millipede, alright? You're feeding my porridge to bears. How dare you! Actually, you can. Porridge isn't too bad. It's one of those things that you can eat on an occasion sort of thing. It's not the type of thing that you have every morning, but there's nothing wrong with a bit of porridge. Negan's probably the only one that's old enough in the chat and that's from Australia that knows the old porridge ads. The Uncle Toby's kid from back in the day. I can't even remember the ad that well. All I remember is him having a really thick Scottish accent and just being like, "Me porridge!" I can't took my porridge! Chinese, and I haven't done any Zamazenta raids yet. I did get Zacian the other day from my first raid during raid hour. But no, I haven't done any Zamazentas. Yeah, you're too young, Lachlan. It was like a 90s thing, alright? Unless you lived during the 90s, you wouldn't understand. Chat didn't go. Dude, you haven't... How do you know? You weren't here before the... So you would have no idea what we were talking about before you were here. Yep. No, the 1790s. Of course the 1990s. Jesus. Decapitates. Dude, if I could, I probably would at this point. Like, it's your fault I had to walk around in the rain today. It's actually Niantic's fault, but Sewaddle can be their spokesperson for today, so it's all your fault. Zamazenta is your personal favorite. Yet the 3 Zacian that you have ever caught have been shiny, and none of them. It's always the way. No, I did really well. Like I said, the first raid that I did the other day for raid hour was the shiny. I only did like 3 or 4 raids before that. They were just random ones that people had sent me. I was like, yeah, may as well jump in, see if I can get the shiny. So yeah, we got that shiny the other day. Hopefully we'll have the same luck with Zamazenta. It seems to be the less effort you put into it, the more likely you are to get the shiny. Because everybody that I've seen that's just like, I've done 73 raids and I haven't got a shiny. It's like, it's because you've done 73 raids. Should have just not cared. Been like, I'll get the shiny maybe, and then it'll pop up for you. It's always the way. The less you care, the more likely you are to get it. Guaranteed, guys, guaranteed. The Salem bug trials. Yeah, wouldn't put it past those crazy Puritans. Crucifying things all over the place, burning them at the stake, dunking them in rivers. I mean, look at the technology that we've got today in comparison to what they had back in those days. If you went back in time with any piece of thing that we think is normal today, like even clothing, like anything that we've got, they would think you're a witch and they would burn you at the stake. It's like, chill out, dude. They're just Adidas. Or Adidas, depending on where you are. Just got a nice bright pair of like Nike runners or something like that. And they burn you at the stake for it. They're like, witch! Less effort is facts. Zacian looks 30, Zamazenta looks 7. Are we talking age-wise? I never really looked at either of them and went, you know what? You look like you're pushing 30. They just look like doggos to me. I mean, if they were old doggos, you'd expect them to have like grey hairs and stuff on their face. More people cheering. If we're going to send anybody back in time to represent us and then get burnt at the stake, can it please be Kanye West? I mean, if they're going to think anybody's a witch, just crazy, it's going to be him. Just put him in a time machine and send him back to like the like Salem, Massachusetts back in like the 1700s. That'd be cool. Well, maybe not for him. Probably be quite hot for him. You just try to be more nonchalant. Yeah, exactly. Just be like, I'll get the shiny. I think the way to do it is when somebody sends you an invite, don't just jump in. Don't jump into every invite that somebody sends you. Jump into like every second or third invite, and then the game knows that you don't really care that much, and it'll give you a shiny. Send Diddy back. Nah, he's going to get his comeuppance right now, so... Nah. He'd blend in with the crazy... Who? Kanye West or Diddy? I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a really funny thing. It's like an AI generated thing where they've got like Kanye West talking to Elon Musk. It's so funny. Like they're having two different conversations, but the way that they're replying to each other, it's the funniest thing. I highly suggest looking it up. It's just taking like two separate conversations that they were like being interviewed for and then like slicing them together. And it's very funny. Kanye West just seems like he's just very, very, very out there in the conversation. And Elon Musk is having like a genuine conversation where he's like being intelligent and all that sort of stuff. And Kanye West is just blabbering on about just, and the way that they pieced it together, it's so funny. It's more than likely going to end up like that, Lachlan. Like, the amount of celebrities and stuff that are going to be involved with it. Like, you've already got a bunch of people sort of coming out and trying to do damage control about their involvement with stuff. But yeah, at this point, we already know people like Kevin Hart, Ashton Kutcher, Usher, more than likely Justin Bieber, whether or not he was victim or somebody that was actually involved with it is another story. Same with Usher, I suppose. But yeah, the list of people that are going to be involved with this whole thing is so there's going to be a lot of people which are going to want to make Diddy go away permanently, sort of thing. Make it that he can't. Because yeah, Hollywood and the military and stuff like that is gonna be a lot of people involved in this. I'm not adding people at the moment, Partha. I am shiny hunting, not doing raids. Up to 32 shinies. I am. Sweetles. 33. I'm still in. Read yours. Read your what? I did read yours. Responded to say, yeah, I read that, and then I read more people cheering. But in the context of the conversation, what does that mean? It's like, dude, I have ADHD. What we were talking about 2 minutes ago. I've already moved on to other things. My brain's in a completely different location now. Figuratively and, like, mentally. Literally is the word I'm thinking of. Where'd my brain go then? I don't know. No what? You're out. You're out of what? Pokeballs? Alright, we have 7 minutes left, guys. We have 34 shinies now. Can we get to 35? We have 7 minutes to get one more shiny. What are the guesses? What are the bets? Yes or no? We getting one, we not? No! Egg! Don't interrupt me with bloody Tyrogues. Get away. Shiny Jack. Hell yeah, let's get this. It has stopped raining. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave the hood on. The hood's staying on. It's been good shiny luck so far. Oh, my foot is sore. Yeah, I just think it's funny with all the good spotlight hours, com days rather. I always end up with like mid-20s, like low to mid-20s when it comes to shinies. These really crappy ones that we've been getting, I've been getting like 30 plus. So you're not the one I want. Cool, go away. I need the instant spawn one. Thank you. Hey! There we go! 35 shinies! Nice! You watch, we've got 5 minutes left. I'll end up with like another 5 at this point. Ever failed a shiny in Pokemon Go? Yeah, we had one run, like not run on us before, but when it was raining really heavily and my screen was really wet, the screen glitched out. Well, didn't glitch out. The rain just made me run from the shiny and it wasn't there anymore. I wouldn't call that a fail. It's like I was like, oh well, it doesn't matter. It's not like I don't have 30 plus more of them already. I've had shinies despawn on me. Shinies, they shouldn't run. I have had people be like, oh, shinies have run from me, but I've never seen a shiny actually run from me. But I've had them despawn on me when I'd click off them when I was doing vlogs and I was screen recording everything. If I encountered a shiny, I would hit the screen recorder, click off of it, and then click back on it just so I could get the shiny pop. A handful of times, the shiny despawned on me doing that. Probably like 5 or 6 times that's happened. And then back when we first had shinies introduced into raids, like shiny legendaries, Lugia, the very first one of them that I encountered, the game glitched out and I couldn't catch it. I'd throw a ball at it, it'd go into the Pokeball and then kick me out of the raid. I'd click back on the raid, encounter it again, same thing would just keep happening until it spawned. So I ended up losing that shiny Lugia, which was that made me very angry. Because I was just like, I can't catch it! Ah! And it was like back when, shiny legendaries were like new things, so that was a bit frustrating. But I just walked past the car, and there's 3 minutes left. I'm just going to start walking very slowly so I don't walk too much further because I'm pretty much done. I don't want to walk too much further because then I have to walk back to the car. And we got our shinies, and I'm happy. I'm also hungry. Two minutes to go. But yeah, we're on 35 shinies, so I think I've had a pretty good day so far. And yeah, a couple of those shinies have actually been pretty good. Like the first shiny that we caught for the day was 96%. But yeah, it's just been good, but bad at the same time. Pokemon just wasn't the best one for a com day. I feel like a lot of people, like I've even had people coming into the chat today just like, yeah, I think I'm just going to skip this one just because it's not great. So yeah, unfortunately the Pokemon hasn't been the best. The weather hasn't been the best. But I got to hang out with you guys for a few hours, streaming, laughing, suffering. Last minute clutch shiny. Can we get one? Of course, I doesn't. Had all that space to spawn. Spawns right on top of the only Pokemon that's around me. Does that all the time. Ow, my toe is really sore now as well. Oh. Can we get one more spawn before we're done? Nope, 5 p.m. Game over, guys. Game over. 35 shinies for the day. Cool, I can turn around and walk back to the car. Oh god, my toe is really sore. I think it's because my sock is halfway down my foot, so it's pressing my foot up against the top of my shoe. Shiny Geodude. I probably should have put those 10s on before Com Day finished, because I could have got the quarter hatch distance on them. Oh well, doesn't matter. $33 for you, including the Shundo. Well, la-dee-da. Aren't you just cool? Oh, well done. I got the almost Shundo. Got a couple of, decent-ish IV ones. Did I miraculously maybe catch a hundo? Just, I didn't do a lot of catching today. Like, once we got through the research, it was like, meh. There's no point catching this thing. No, a Ranguru. From research day last weekend was our last shiny. Our last hundo, rather. Shiny. Go away. I won't be your friend. Wouldn't mind a shiny Denede. I do actually still... I still need my shiny Denede. My pants are filthy. I have mud all over the bottom of my pants from walking around in the rain. Fantastic. Alright. Use my daily incense now because I'm not walking around anymore. There's no point. And I literally do not care about the Galarian birds. Not fussed about them at all because I'll be in raids. So no, I'm not going to bother putting one on now, because then I have to keep my phone open all night, checking on it to make sure that it's spawning. Like I said, I'm not walking anymore, so I just got back in the car. I am done with my walking for the day. I've just walked around for the last 3 hours catching shinies. I got other things to do for my day. I'm not sharing code right now because I'm not hosting raids or anything. No, meet me later. I thought I actually did click on though, because I touched the screen just as that popped up, and I was like, oh, didn't I just click on that? So I'm going to put it down anyway after like not like saying that I wasn't going to do it. I suppose we can do some PvP. I was going to stick around and do one of these raids, but I can't even click on it. I don't know if there's much point today. It's bug grass, so it actually has a double... Well, this has a double weakness to fire, so these actually probably will be soloable. It's 29 minutes. I suppose we can kill 29 minutes pretty easily. Some PvP, so yeah, if you want to chuck the raid battle request, I suppose we can do one. Stay there, thank you. And Emma, like I said, dude, I'm not sharing my code right now because I'm not hosting raids. If you want to jump onto the friends list, dudes, become a member of the channel or show up during raid hours. They are the only ways, raid days and raid hours.
Oh my god, my hands are a bit cold. Not too bad. They were lowest last com day. Just as soon as I got back into the car, my hands were frozen. Pep Train, how you doing? Welcome in. What am I gonna go with today? It's a completely different team than what I originally was gonna go. That's what we're gonna do. You know what? It's usually not a good lead, but doesn't matter. We'll go with that. That'll do. Swampy, bump it. That wasn't a good switch. You went for the anchor, but you're coming up against the one thing that Umbreon probably doesn't want to see. Oh, damn, I was hoping I was going to be able to. Didn't know. No worries, Delinquent Cat. Thanks for tuning in. I knew that you were going to have that on your team as well. That's why I switched up my team a little bit, because I was like, I need to go with something which is going to counter. Can I get to another charge before you? Oh, damn it. Damn it! It's alright. That's why I brought this in. Maybe I should have shielded that so I can. Yeah, may as well. Oh. I was hoping it didn't register that, because I was like, I should just save it for the next battle, but it doesn't matter. Oh, can I get off? I know it's not going to do much damage, but still, just getting that little bit more chip damage. Just so Lantern can come in, mop up. Even with the double charge, Lantern doesn't care. Started raining again, so I am glad that I am back in the car. GG's. Yeah, I could have saved that last shield that I had for Lantern, but I was like, meh, doesn't matter. more than likely going to get the win anyway, because I'd set up win conditions, sort of thing. So GG's. How many shundos? None today. Got a 96% shiny, but that was as good. But we finished up with 35 shinies for the day. We are just doing a little PvP while we wait for that egg to hatch. As soon as that egg hatches, I will go and try and solo the raid, which should be able to, because it, like I said, it has a double weakness to fire, being grass bug. So yeah, it should make it a soloable raid, given that it should be taking double the damage, sort of thing, because it's going to be Swalloon rather, Swadloon, little Swaddies. Don't, please don't. I honestly can't be bothered with PvP. It's like, I actually have to think. I've just been walking around in the rain for 3 hours. It's like I'm not really in a thinking mode. Plus, my brain didn't really wake up this morning, because I woke up, had food, because like I said, I didn't shower this morning because I showered last night. So I didn't shower to wake up my brain. And I don't drink coffee or anything. So I just woke up, had food, watched a couple of YouTube videos, got ready, came down, walked around for 3 hours. So just like, my brain just isn't active. And it's usually around this time, a little bit earlier, that I've had my pre-workout. And that's when I usually start waking up during the days now, because that's sort of like my caffeine hit. So if I don't do that, because I haven't done it today because I've been streaming, I'm like, I'm still asleep. Leave me alone. I don't want to think. I have to do YouTube. Oh yeah, I have to do YouTube things, and I have to do thinky things. You know what? That'll do. That's an unusual team. I don't think I've ever used this. Waiting on you, dude. Waiting on you. Or is the game glitched out? Nope, nope. Ninja Greninja. Probably not a good switch, but it is what it is. It's one thing, and one thing. Ow. I did say it dropped like a lot, but I didn't think it dropped that badly. Get out of here. Only tryhards have Lunala for the Great Lake. Just saying, man. See, it's been raining on me all day, and as soon as I finish walking around, the sun comes out. So it's like, bro. Where was this sun earlier, instead of me having to walk around in bloody rain all day? Hey on GP. Welcome back. Oh, I no. I don't know why I clicked on that. That was a really stupid move to use. I don't know. I should, got a shield out of it, so I suppose there's that. And GG's. It's close. Bastiodon was doing good work. Yeah, probably didn't need to shield that. Yeah, it's all good. We could have got the Stone Edge through. It would have given me good chance of winning. It's all good. GG's. Like I said, my brain is not working today, so I don't. I'm not really too enthused about it. I'm like, it's all good. What I am actually gonna do is this though. If I can. No lobby. Dude, I'm like. Let me. Okay, I will restart the game then. Walk around in the cold and the wet all day, and then as soon as I get back into the car, the phone starts to overheat. It's like, mind weather. What are you doing? Is it either hot or cold? I'll check this raid and see how long it's got left until it hatches. Gee, you want to lag much, game? Still 15 minutes, okay. That's better. Whatever, doesn't matter. I have water types I could use, but Charizard will do. 4 seasons in one day. Dude, do you live in Melbourne? Melbourne has like 12 seasons in 3 hours. You call yourself a Melburnian. You don't even know what the... I can't even see that. They're all easy solos. Like all the starters are easy solos. They're just starters, so they're... You don't... Yeah, even Phalanx and Beldum were relatively easy once you had stuff set up for them, sort of thing. You just need 3 sort of powered up Charizards. I don't really want to put a Charizard in there because I used them, so nope. Just too good, yeah, totally. Only I can solo these dudes. Oh, your wish that you could be as good as this. See, first ball as well. Yeah, that's terrible. That can go straight in the bin. Yes, I don't care if it's Dynamax. Should hopefully be able to actually get me. get me stuff now. Alright then. Alright, so we've still got like 12 minutes until that egg hatches, so we can do another couple of PvP battles. Oh, Dewey's tired. Ugh. Leave me alone. I stayed up until like 4:30 in the morning watching Lost. I got a lot of seasons to get through, alright? Because like I only started watching. I was actually surprised because I only started watching it again like 2 days ago, and I'm already up to like episode 14. I'm like, whoa. I watched a lot of episodes over the last 2 days, and hence why I stayed up until like 4 in the morning last night watching them. I could have kept watching it. I was like, you know what? I should go to bed because I got to get up in the morning. Got to give myself at least a few hours sleep. Did I watch it? Yeah. Yeah, I saw it weeks ago. I already told you that, didn't I? That I went and saw it. I went and saw it by myself just because neither of the girls that would have gone with me wanted to. No, I didn't hear back from Alice. So I think I haven't spoken to her for a few weeks. Oh, we've spoken on Instagram, but we haven't like. She's just been traveling around at the moment, so she hasn't had a lot of time to socialize and stuff. So, hopefully sometime this month, I'll get back in contact with her and get to catch up. This other chick Eilish that I've been speaking to was supposed to hang out the other day, but she had some family stuff, so we didn't end up hanging out. And yeah, haven't spoken to her for a couple of days because I think she thinks that I'm angry with her because she had to cancel on me. Sort of thing, which is, I was a bit disappointed. I wouldn't say angry, just annoyed, sort of thing. Because it was last minute, and it's sort of an ADHD thing when you've got plans, you know, like people cancelling on you last minute because you're like, we had plans. I had everything planned. My whole day is now ruined. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we chat tonight. Sort of thing. Yeah. But we went to the movies the other week. We were going to see Deadpool Wolverine, but she was late. So we missed the showing for that. So we ended up seeing Beetlejuice, which wasn't really my first choice. I was just like, can we go and see the Alien movie again? I'm more than happy to watch Aliens again. I'd rather watch that again than watch Beetlejuice, but okay. Yeah, I don't think either of us really thought much of it. This wasn't a bad movie, but it wasn't the best movie in the world. She'd never seen the first one, and she was expecting it to be an actual serious movie. I'm like, no, it's like a comedy horror type of thing. Not even a horror movie. It's like just a comedy thing. It's like, meh. We should have seen Alien. You got a 98% max Beldum a while back, and now Beldum is spawning everywhere as dope. I got a couple of decent Beldums. They weren't the best. I was hoping to get a better one, but even so, I would have wanted to have saved it to Billy's. Yeah, save and evolve it during December Community Day, because hopefully, yeah, that one I probably will, because it'll hopefully get Media Mash on it, which will make it good. Without Media Mash, it's a bit average. But yeah, that one will probably be the one that I do. Same with I've got a couple of good Charmanders as well. Charmander! I've got one decent one. Yeah, these ones they're alright, but I had to evolve them just to be able to battle the Beldum. This one I wanted to save just so when, hopefully we'll be able to evolve this during December Community Day as well, and we'll get Blast Burn on it. Because I feel like if it's got Blast Burn on it, it'll make it so much more viable than just having Overheat, or what is the other one? Overheat and fire blast. What's for dinner tonight? I don't know. Food. Food of some description. Yeah, if you guys want to send through a battle request, like I said, we're just waiting until that raid hatches. We've got like 7 minutes. So we probably got time for one more battle. And then by the time I do that and then drive up there, that'll hatch. There's actually another score bunny there right next door as well, so maybe we could go up and do score bunny. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'll drive there. Like I said, by the time I drive there. But yeah, for dinner, I don't know. Food of some description. Didn't really plan anything out at this point. We'll figure it out. Oh, yeah, now that I'm back in the car, I can actually pull my sock up. Yeah, it's better. Yeah. What are you doing? Oh man, I hate it when it does this stupid steering locks. There we go. See out of the windscreens right now because they're too foggy. Yep, as indicator, not. The hell was that sound? That sounded very buzzy and electrical. I have no idea what that sound was. That's a little bit worrying. Hey Joshua. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for this raid to hatch. Because I do this after every com day where these eggs hatch. Just gonna give it a solo run and see if we can solo it, just to give you guys an idea whether or not they can be soloed. Given that this has a double weakness, I'm assuming that it should be able to, because all the other double weakness ones we've been able to solo. And it's just a Sewaddle rather. So yeah, we may as well do this score bunny while we wait. But yeah, we finished up our shiny hunting for the day. We finished up with 35 shinies. Gonna eat some leaves tonight. Maybe. I mean, if there's lettuce or something. If there's some salad of some description, possibly leaves. I had leaves for dinner last night. I had one of my my tuna panzanella things, which has basil leaves in it. So I had 16 leaves for dinner last night, because I have 16 basil leaves in my thing. If the car blows up, it'll be good content. Yeah, totally. Actually, no, we don't know. Nope. Yeah, I don't know if the buzzing sound's coming from my phone or I don't think it is. I think it's coming from. Oh, maybe it is. Ow! Ow! Jesus Christ, I think it was coming from my phone. The charging cable is so hot. Whoa, okay. I think that was actually coming from me. I think there's like water in it, so it corroded a bit. Ow, oops, that's not good. That was really hot. Okay, that buzzing sound was actually coming from my phone and not the... Yeah, the end of the charging cable was like really hot. It's a bit worrying. Still charging, so everything's all good. But yeah, I think it just got water in it from the rain. You got him on the foot. Stop. Just balance. Yeah, I think the buzzing sound was just a bit of water that was still left in the... like got in between the charging thing and the... how you doing, Hydra? Welcome in, dude. Can you like stay in the wall? Balances. Oh my god, dude, chill. You're not getting a berry. You're not worth a berry. Stay in the pole. Thank you. How many shinies did I get? 35. 35 shinies. Yes. Average. Transfer that straight away. Yes. Alright, 4 seconds of hatches. Can I spend some dust on stream? I did earlier. I'd like to finish the research. I'm not just going to spend random dust on stuff, dude. I don't do that. If I've got nothing that I want to power up, then I'm not going to power up anything. Overheating is bad when streaming. It's not overheating. Like, the phone's fine. It's just the... like I said, I think it was just some water in the charging port, which was making that crackling sound. Alright, here we go. What's happening? I just dropped my phone. I burnt my finger on the end of the charging port because it had heated up so badly. But it was like the end of the charging cable, like the metal part of the charging cable. Like I touched it and was like, ah! It quite possibly could have been wet and I was getting actually an electric shock from the charger. Either way, it hurt. Alright, so we're going to check to see if we can solo this. That was my plan. I suppose we can make it. No. What are you doing? Is that... yeah. Hang on, which one is the one that I make a evolve for my Charmander's Charizards? Is it that one? Or... doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If I need to, I'll do it afterwards. So yeah, we're just going to see if we can solo this. Like I said, given that it's got a double weakness, because it's grass. Couldn't think of the word for a second. It's the electric shock. Yeah, all the other double weakness ones we've been able to do. This one might still be a bit tough. We might have to do a Mega Evolve. Good thing is, it's not going to get through many of my Pokemon, so even if I do Mega Evolve, it'll be in for most of the battle. 2 minutes left. We're about quarter of the way through. We want to be at about halfway with 90 seconds left, which I think we'll be pushing. But like I said, if we can get the extra damage from the Mega, because we're not far off of it. Okay, I think we're going to just miss it, but with the Mega Evolution, I reckon we can probably do it. Extra damage, and just being able to survive for longer. When you build your team, just like, what? When who says? Home slice Henry says, guys, try and put spaces in between your words, otherwise it's just a mash of letters for me. Home slice Henry says, still lose badly because the algorithm decides you don't deserve happiness. Yeah, probably. Alright, 30 seconds. This is about to KO. We're pretty damn close. Like I said, with Mega Evolution, I'm guessing that, yeah, I need to set my team up properly as well. Oh, and I suppose flying still does a good job as well. Moltres might actually be the best to lead with in this, because it's got a double weakness to flying as well as fire. Moltres seems to be doing more damage. Oof. Yeah, look how close that got. With a Mega Evolution, definitely soloable. That was so close. It's alright. I just need to heal up and we'll jump back in. I'll lead with Moltres this time. Just because Moltres seemed to be doing more damage than what Charizard was. I need to... Gee, this charging cable is getting really hot. This USB device, how is it not supported? My phone seems to be overheating. What are you doing? Okay. We're just going to stop charging because it seems to be overheating. Which it shouldn't be because it's not that hot. I think it's just there. I'm going to try and clean this out because it looks a little bit... It's all good. What am I doing? Mega Evolution. Now, which one was my one that I mean? That's the one. Which one's the one that becomes flying? Fire flying? I can never remember. It's Mega X, isn't it? That's firing for Y. Okay. Thank you, guys. It's like I can never remember which ones are which. Everyone's like, it was Y. It's all good. We got it. We got it. Moltres. Okay, that's my... Alright, we'll lead with Moltres. and then we'll... Why didn't it even put that into my team? All right. With that setup, we should be able to solo it. I mean, even with Mega Rayquaza, with Flying type, with Dragon Ascension, and Sky Attack, or whatever it is, it'd probably do as well. See, its move seems to be doing more damage to Moltres than what it was Charizard. Which is surprising. Being a fire flying type, you wouldn't expect to be taking that much damage from a bug type move, but apparently Moltres isn't as bulky as just normal Charizard for some reason. I know, it seems to be very similar. I suppose we're still like 18 seconds from. Okay, yeah, definitely doing more damage with Moltres than what we were Charizard. So if you've got a good squad of Moltres, like flying type attack Moltres, you could probably just do it with them. But if not, Blast Burn Charizard, like Mega Charizard Y, or even Rayquaza. Like I said, flying type Rayquaza setup. We'll probably, yeah, see that this is chunking good damage with. Sweet. Plenty of time left. 35 seconds. So yeah, definitely soloable as long as you've got the right Pokemon to do it. Like I said, Moltres with Sky Attack and that. Just, it's two type moves. We'll do it. Mega Charizard Y, and I'm guessing that Rayquaza with Dragon Ascension and that will do it. Sky Attack Dragon Ascension will also... But yeah, usually the ones with double weaknesses are soloable. Every other one that I've done so far with double weakness has been soloable. Charge again now? Or... Nice. Alright. Terrible IVs though, unfortunately. But that shows you guys that you can actually solo these if you wanted to. Like, I don't really see why you would want to unless you're trying to get those extra spawns. Again, I don't really see why you would want to do that, given that it was already bad enough having to do 3 hours of this shiny hunting. I don't know why you would want any more of them, but just in case you do, there you go. You can actually solo this one. So, yeah, that's probably... Jimmy's brain has stopped working. That's probably going to do us for the day, guys, because as you can see, I can't even speak English anymore. So I'm going to wrap up the stream. So yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday for Spotlight Hour, like usual. I can't remember what Spotlight Hour is this week. But we do have Zamazenta raids on Wednesday. So yeah, I'll be hosting Zamazenta raids. You're not going out again? Yeah, I didn't think so. As I said, I don't know why you would want to do that. There'd be no reason for you to go out and do that. Yeah, Zamazenta raids on Wednesday, and like I said, guys, next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I will be at PAX, so I won't be hosting the Mega Marwal Day on Saturday because I won't be able to, because I'll be busy at PAX. So yeah, I'll make sure that I'll let you guys know all of that during the week as well for those that missed it. But yeah, alrighty guys, thank you so much for everybody that has tuned in today. If you haven't already, please do hit the thumbs up button on the stream. We're sitting on 28 likes, so we're only 2 away from 30. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. So until then, enjoy your morning, evening, noon, or night. Stay safe. Happy hunting. Good luck for your com days. Hopefully you guys get 30 plus shinies like I did. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Tuesday. So until then, peace out. Have a good one. Bye. Bye. Bye.